Thank you.
Brittany will run around between you.
There you go.
Ready to go? I'll deal.
Yeah, we'll just all switch. We'll let Brittany.
Attention, Dallas poker players. Over $3 million in tournament guarantees for the in Las Colinas. 21 events, August 15th through September 5th. This massive series kicks off with the Dallas Duel, a $1 million guaranteed no-limit hold'em tournament. And what bigger way to close the Poker Atlas Tour than with the $1.5 million guaranteed title event? For full details, go to texascardhouse.com now.
Good evening, everyone. Welcome to TCH live from Dallas, Texas. My name is Derek, and of course joined by Mitch tonight.
Guys,
we're back in the booth tonight for some final table action over our $500 50K. We got a lot of familiar faces on our final table, and actually a repeat final table from our tournament winner from last week, David Ta.
This is becoming a thing now.
A ritual, right?
Yeah, these guys are doing this. You know, they get in the zone, man. They get in the zone.
It's really cool to see a lot of our regular players here on this final table. Of course, we have Brittany dealing the final table tonight. And let's get right into the action here, Marissa.
And there's Tejas.
Yeah.
We should just, name this the Tejas table. The guy's always there.
It's great to see all these regulars making this final table. We have a pretty nice payday for someone tonight. Let's take a look at the payouts here. We had a $58,225 prize pool. First prize of $11,520. About 137 entrants, a little smaller than we typically have, but I'm sure there's some of the players might be a little burnt out from last weekend's festivities. But I'm sure they'll be happy to play more tournament poker come August for our
this is this is a warm up. I think a lot of people not only they may not be burnt out, but they're getting ready. Getting ready for the huge August 15th through to September 5th.
That's right, over $3 million in guarantees.
We're going to shatter that. We always do.
We might as well call it over $6 million in guarantees, right?
I'd say 12 million. I don't. It's going to be a big payday. I'm going to play. I tell you, I've already made the decision. I'm playing the seniors event, and am I going to see you at the horse event?
I'm going to have to work a lot, obviously, with flooring, and then come the $1 million guarantee and $1.5 million, we're probably going to have to commentate some feature tables, obviously the final tables. So I'm going to try to play as many as I can. I did find out from Donovan that any of the one that's a floor can play any event that's not a day 2 or stream table. So I can play those fun side events. Take a look here. Patrick, the chip leader right now, just barely out. And I did get word that our seat 4.
But you got to put them on a little square. They have squares.
Our seat 4 is named Trevor, not Trevor. So he did want to make sure that we're saying his name correctly. So I'm glad he did reach out to us before the stream because we would have been saying Trevor the whole night.
You don't want to do that.
But happy.
Patrick got a couple of 9s here. See what he wants to do with them. Tejas.
As typical as most starts of final tables, we don't really see anyone get out of line. They're kind of just feeling each other out. Some players may have never played each other the whole day, So
we had 100 and how many entries? 130 something.
137, correct?
137. All right. I see Jerry's there. Very friendly guy. Always a fun time at the table for Jerry.
Yeah, Jerry in the 1 seat, Patrick in the 2 seat, Tejas in 3. Vidi in the 5. I also recognize seat 7. I think I also recognize seat 8 as well. And
Marissa there in seat 9.
Yeah, Marissa does play some of our tournaments quite frequently, right?
Yeah, she used to. You used to see her a lot more. Here she goes. She's got Ace King.
So she's.
A lot of people like to come in spurts. They'll be here for a week, then you won't see them for a while. Marissa's one of those kind of players, But, you can always, you see her in the room, you're not surprised. You're like, oh, this, she's going to raise it up here.
Definitely no surprise to see her on this final table. She does raise up the Ace King here, as you probably should. And Trevor with the pocket jacks, I mean, I think it's either an all-in or fold here. Well, I guess he's just quite deep compared to Marissa, so I could see just some post flop.
I mean, he
Looking
still
to-
has, he still has players behind it though. He might want to isolate, I think, with the jacks.
Yeah, I think I like a raise over a just a call, right? Just because of all the players behind.
Yeah.
And I think we will just see the money get in here as Marissa unlikely just to call with the ace king with only 520k back. I imagine we'll just see an all in from her. Todd here has to know he's no good right now. Hates folding a suited ace, but
I was playing out there a little bit right before I came in here, and I had pocket jacks. And I know you're listening, table 15, seat 5 out there. He bluffed me. He bluffed me. There you go. I told you I'll give you a shout out. There it is. He bluffed me off of my hand. So, by the way, I told the waitress to cut you off too. By the way, so so there you go. Marissa's going to look. She wants to see account.
I mean, she is quite deep. I think to start, she started with about over 30 big blinds. So, I mean, it wouldn't be insane just to fold here and just maybe hope for a better spot because, like, I mean...
Yeah, I mean, I'm impressed.
Yeah,
I'm impressed that, she thought it out. She took some time and,
I really actually don't hate that fold because you finally make the final table. Do you want to just... I mean, it's either all in or fold there, right? And
and
I
she
think
knew that.
either play is fine. She folds. She still has 26 big blinds. Still plenty of play left. Maybe she feels more comfortable playing post flop.
Yeah, she walked through the whole process in her head, and I don't mind it. It's a sign of a good player without a doubt.
If she is going to play it, it should be an all in, just so you can see all 5 cards. But I mean, we saw a lot of aces folded, I believe, right? So.
She'll look down and 10-4, not as good as the ace-king she
Definitely
just had,
not.
so she'll definitely throw that away.
Got some regulars in the live stream chat. We got Poker Monkey, RS Actuary, Frank. See some new viewers as well. Bad Beat Billy.
Now, I got to ask Poker Monkey where's he's been, because, I mean, he's been on vacation or something. I haven't seen him in the chat for a while.
He'll hop in every now and then, but
This looks interesting. Jerry and Tejas both have a couple of hearts. Tejas gonna, I guess, he's gonna raise it up. Jacks again.
Started with 600.
You think Avidi's gonna go all in right here?
it'd be a pretty big shove. I mean, 20,000 big blind. He'd be shoving 30 big blinds. I could see him make it, 200K. Wait.
Wow.
You didn't say that right.
Wow.
Wait, what?
You still didn't say it right. Yeah.
Look at this.
Interesting. Maybe Oxtail acted out a turn. I'm not too sure.
So it's 20, 60, 125.
That can't be right.
I mean, I know he's a great player. no disputing that, but if he folded jacks, I got to ask him. I mean, there was a bet and a raise in front of him with people behind him. Maybe he just, I don't know.
Considering that Oxtail is so short, maybe he was just concerned about calling, getting raised, and then Tejas jamming, and he's just kind of stuck in the middle there. Monkey in the middle, right? But a little confusing as well. Got about 100 of y'all in the chat with us tonight. Welcome to our live stream.
Hand number 5, we're just getting started here in Dallas. And are you surprised we didn't see a flop there of some kind?
I'm very surprised. I mean, it makes sense from Tejas' point of view, right? He can't just call. He's either going to go all in, but because Oxtail was just so short, but he has to know his ace-3 of hearts is no good, right? So I'm just surprised about what bid he had, but it could have something to do with Max in the 7 seat being only 4 big blinds deep. So honestly, that's probably what it is. He just is just supposed to fold until Max gets eliminated, which, with ICM, ICM considerations. You don't want to bust out before the 4 big blind stack busts out, right?
I'm with you.
So I could definitely see that.
Uh-oh.
Oh, wow. The bullets here for Tejas.
Tejas on Tejas' table, looking down at a couple of aces.
Yeah, I can understand how it could be weird from somebody else's point of view, but you have to consider the 4 big blind stack in max right now with only 110K.
Yeah. So Tejas got do a little min raise here. Looking to get some kind of action. Marissa was thinking about it.
But yeah, let's take a look at the payouts again. I mean, it is something to consider when you are on the final table of a tournament. Each player guaranteed $2,095. Almost a $600 pay jump between 9th and 8th, right? And all you have to do to get that is just fold and let Max bust, right?
Yeah,
so,
I mean, I'm sure it played a part,
Yeah.
a huge part. You know, a raise in front of him and people behind him and the short stack and the thought of
busting, yeah.
the thought of you know, I mean, I don't know if I'm thinking maybe if I want to repeat, back to back wins.
Just take it slow if you feel like the advantage against the players and wait for a good spot.
Oxtail going all in. Now this young man's been playing a lot lately. He's from Canada, and I've been talking to him a lot over Las Colinas. Very passionate player. Very passionate player. Yeah, I like that. I always like that. Uh-oh. Trevor with the pocket pair.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I'm not very studied in ICM play, Fernando. But my thought is exactly what that was going through Viddy's mind. I mean, if I bust here and I get 9th place and I could have just folded my way to 3rd or 5th or 6th place money,
yeah,
it's a disaster, right? So
5 minutes later, we could sit here and we could figure out what it took him 30 seconds to do while he's sitting there with the pressure
just
on him.
folded, yeah.
with the pressure on him. So,
so that just shows you how much of a better player he is than us.
There you
right?
go. That's why he's back to back. Well, trying to go back to back here, and I can't make it past level 8.
Yeah, and for those of you that don't know in the live stream chat, Viddy in the 5 seat did win our 250K tournament last week for $50,000.
Yeah, the heads up chop.
Even chop, but he took the trophy.
He did take the trophy. Tejas with the mystery hand. Oh, okay, well, no mystery hand.
There we go. Shouldn't he sit out a round or two?
Thank you for the good
Do I
one.
get a spanking for that?
Julian wants us to comment on his comment.
We can just ignore him.
Well, I am from Delaware, so I appreciate you giving Delaware a little shout out there.
Yeah, thanks for hopping in, Julian, as always.
And it is very good to have Derek back. I feel much more relaxed with Derek sitting here, because when he's not here, I got to go find somebody else. I don't know what they're going to say. I know how Derek's going to be. So
it's always a wild card when you just grab someone.
yeah, I know JP who did an excellent job, but he'll tell you how it is, and I'm like, I don't know what JP's going to say, but he did an excellent job. Man, I'd love to have him back. He did an excellent job.
I think actually when he was, doing his rounds around Las Colinas, he's almost like the mayor of Las Colinas, right? And,
Yeah.
Everyone knows him, quite the character. Everyone's like, oh, I heard you on the live stream, right, JP? And, I think he enjoyed that.
Oh, yeah.
He likes to talk to people.
He came in the other day and said, Mitch, you want me to go out to my car and get you a hat? I said, a hat? He goes, yeah, to cover up that $4 haircut you have.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah. Oh, he'll get on you, boy. He'll get on you.
Great point there for Fernando. Yeah, if he's winning tournaments and, I've only made 2 final tables, I guess we can shut the heck up, right?
Yeah.
I mean, he lets the results do the talking, right?
Exactly.
He's a very, very solid player for sure. A lot of work to do. Still 9 players left. Max, of course, in the danger zone with only 4 big blinds. Everyone just kind of waiting for him to bust. And at this point in the tournament, you really should just only be playing the strongest hands here and not committing any chips to the pot.
Poker Monkeys talk about a meetup game. They haven't done that for a while, right?
Yeah, it looks like if anyone's interested for a meetup game, looks like they're going to have a Chat Pro meetup game this Sunday at noon at our TCH Dallas location.
Sunday at noon?
Yeah, Sunday, August 13th at noon. So not this Sunday, excuse me, August 13th. Marissa with the decision here. She will just go all in.
There it is. I like it.
You know, I like this play normally if there isn't Max's stack to consider. I think I would have considered calling here.
Yeah. Let's see.
Just because, I mean, if Vidi just has 10s plus, he's never folding and you're just dead. I like just a call there and kind of just play some post flop and be a little conservative given the Max's stack right now. But nice pot there for Marissa. I mean, there's different schools of thought, right? You can play very fearless and just say, I mean, I'm going to double up or not here and try to win this tournament. There's also the thought of, you know, taking ICM into consideration and trying to, you know, get some ladders in the pay jumps.
Vidi, go to see. And that's Vidi's got King 10, but he's first to act, and he's well aware of the chips on the table. He knows what's going on. He knows what time of day it is.
Just folds all around here, all the way to Tejas.
Tejas, he's not going to fold. He's going to play sneaky here, I think. He's just going to make the call. When he doesn't know one of his sixes is sitting right next to him. How sick would it be to hit a 6? We got the different cards out here today?
Yeah, I guess so. Just a little bit smaller print, huh?
Yeah.
Just a little smaller. This is some aggression here from Trevor.
Fernando wants to know. It's funny, but yeah,
A good majority of them. I mean, about 90% of the final table.
Yeah, I know. Oxtail has become a regular. I know I've talked to him a little bit. He's from Canada. I don't know. Maybe he's down for the summer, but wouldn't you want to come to Texas for the winter?
Yeah, it's an interesting decision to come during the hottest part of the year.
Yeah.
Wow, and Trevor's line doesn't really make too much sense here. I mean, if he has an ace, you think he'd bet flop and turn. If he had a 4, he'd probably bet flop and turn. I'm wondering now if Tejas is. I think Tejas is about to sniff this out. I mean, it just doesn't make the line doesn't make too much sense here.
Yeah, I mean, double paired board, and he does have a bigger pair. I mean, the only thing I guess he could be worried about is a bigger pocket pair, 7s, maybe. I mean, still. Yeah,
that's a great call there from Tejas.
Yeah.
Great call there by Tejas. Up to an 800K stack now, and you know, and the line just didn't make too much sense.
Yeah.
You'd expect all the ace-X, all the 4s to bet turn. If they were going to bet flop, right? So, yeah, I really appreciate everyone for tuning in tonight for our final table of our $500 50K guaranteed tournament. We had 137 entrants, over $11,000 for first. We'll be commentating for the next however many hours it takes to get a winner. You listen to the voices of Derek and Mitch tonight.
I tell you, I played a tournament. Just a little turbo over Las Colinas, and there's a couple reasons I'll bring it up. Made the final table with Tejas. We're down to the final 5, and Carlos, what they say his last name is? It escapes me now. But Mr. Carlos ended up not feeling very well. Had to step away from the tournament. I haven't seen him since. So, Mr. Carlos, I do hope you're doing okay.
Oh, that happened today?
No, it happened not yesterday, but the last Friday. And I've been looking for him, make sure he was okay. But he had to step away from the tournament. We were down to the final 5. He had to step away. So I haven't seen him since. Cooper, that's his last name. Carlos Cooper.
Big
Well,
blind about to hit max there in the 7th seat, so he's definitely feeling the heat.
Also,
Feeling
by
the
the way,
pressure.
for those of you who were listening last week, you know, I got to bring it up. I brought the pizza in. JR's Pizza. I brought it in today, so I didn't have to count on Derek. Leaving me high and dry.
Oh, man.
So I have the pizza. I have the pizza in here. We have a couple slices if you like, Derek.
Oh, I already ate.
Okay.
Really appreciate it, though. Actually, I have some. Oh, never mind. I got some of B's Farm Fresh eggs here too. I don't know if you saw that on our work app.
No. Oh yeah. Yeah, I did see that.
Not a bad deal. It's 18 eggs for $7. You know, for farm fresh eggs. Apparently, he has about 70 chickens on his plot of land. Brittany doing an amazing job here, dealing our final table. She does deal quite a few of our final tables, so she's very familiar.
Yes. Yeah, she took a couple of weeks off. I asked her today when I came in. I said, "Hey, Max has a couple kings here." What's going on here? What happened to his kings? Okay, so he's going to go all in.
I think Oxtail put them all in with the 9 deuce there.
I thought it was a deuce. I'm just saying.
Nice patience.
So Max, tournament life on the line here, but he does have the better hand.
Current best hand right now, but you know,
But you know
Oxtail
how-
could hit diamonds
yeah.
or 2 pair.
And there
Oh
it is.
my
You know,
gosh.
this always happens. It always happens. I see it all the time.
No king of diamonds in hand either, so the diamond comes.
Oh, yeah. You're right.
Red card, not the right suit. Oh my gosh.
Wow. It happens all the time.
And that will be it there for Max. Congratulations to him for making the final table. Unfortunately, 9th place is all he'll get tonight. Take home a nice prize of $2,095. Each player now guaranteed $26.50. You know, and as we get further up our pay jumps, the prize jumps do get larger. Of course, everyone going for that top prize of $11,520 for a $500 entry. Not a bad payday.
I tell you, Max did what he was supposed to do. He came to the table short stacked, and he
Stayed patient.
patiently waited till he got a decent hand, got pocket kings, and went up against 9 deuce. He's comfortable. I'm relaxed. I'm going to double. So Marissa's going to look down. Back to the action here. Marissa looks like she's got a nice hand. She's going to raise it up. Trevor's going to make Trevor's going to make the call with the suited king of clubs here. I almost slipped there. I caught it. Well, they both got a piece of it, and luckily for Trevor, that 6 isn't a club because I think he'd make the call here. Oh, wait. I thought she hit a jack. What happened? Oh, she couldn't hit the jack.
No, yeah, the flop was misread.
Oh, okay.
Sometimes it might have read one of the burn cards.
Did. Yeah, it read because it came up the jack, but she still has the better of the hand here, I think.
Yeah, I mean, 2 overs, nut flush draw, definitely a good hand to get it in here with. Technically, Trevor in the lead with his pair, but looks like he's really considering a call here. Oh, we will let the go.
And she's going to show. It's always a pleasure to see Marissa in the room, and she's always a pleasure to deal to.
Tell him, Betty. I fall ace king when I could have just went.
Anyone we have new in the live stream chat, welcome to our live stream. Be sure to hit that like button if you're enjoying the content so far. And definitely consider becoming a subscriber to our YouTube channel and hit that bell notification so you get notified every time we go live with our live stream and every time we release new content. We will be doing a lot of live streams coming soon with this Poker Atlas tour coming to Dallas to just a few weeks, a couple weeks. August 15th through December 5th. Over 3 million in guarantees, over 21 events. And we will be
Scan your cards.
Oh, my cards. Sorry.
what is happening here?
I'm confused.
They didn't
No, I know, but are they folded? He just
One
bet.
fold, two folds,
Yeah.
three folds, scores
Okay,
101.
okay. Sorry.
Five
I was just getting confused. That's why I put money out. I'm like, wait.
They can see them upstairs. They're telling us to take our cards back and play them. They know something we don't know.
Is that just a call?
I did not.
105.
Poker Monkey, let me check it out right now.
105 is the rates.
Oh, well, I'm
What the heck I
sorry.
do with my glasses? Oh, there they are.
Oh, yeah.
But it'll be a lot of fun. Poker Atlas Tour. We're doing, final table streams for most of our big guarantees, and then I'm sure for our larger tournaments we'll be doing some feature tables. So can you imagine the tension on that stream? And we have, we're on the final table bubble, and we're just watching the players play down to the final 9. Should be a lot of fun.
To the last card, or to the last person.
Currently down to our final 8 players. We did see Max take home 9th place money earlier, running into the flush, but we are down to our final 8 players.
Just not getting to. I was out there playing. I was in the zone out there, so I'm just not getting a lot of text messages. Poker Monkey, you may have. I got kids moving from Philly to Florida. Relationship issues with all kinds. Not with me. Emily and I are good. I'm talking about the family. Friends moving. I'm helping. But I did see some pictures of Poker Monkey, him and a wife down there on the beach in Florida.
Fernando in the chat said he used to live in DFW Airport. Oh, he used to go to the DFW Airport for vacation and stop there to play once, and it's super nice. So unfortunate. Dallas is so far away from me. Super nice card. Really appreciate that kind words there, Fernando.
Where does he live? Fernando?
Not too sure, but appreciate the kind words and hope to see you in our card room again. We do have a new card room actually, about 15 minutes away in Las Colinas.
I was about to ask him if he had checked out the new location in Las Colinas or here in Dallas. I gotta tell you, I'm amped up for this this Poker Atlas tournament event. I gotta check the dates again, but I do want to play the seniors event. And
how are they? What's the range? The age range? Is it like WSOP seniors where they consider like 50 a senior?
well, I mean, I figure it's either gonna be 50 or 55. Either way, I still make the cut. If it's 60, I'm gonna have to protest. Maybe go get a fake ID.
No,
or something.
60 is super senior.
Yeah,
or
super
no,
seniors.
55 up. I think 50 is the seniors, right?
I think it's 50. And
55 and up is super seniors.
when I first started playing the seniors event, and I've played a lot since. I'm 57, soon to be 58.
Hey, look at that! It's Poker Ski.
There he is.
Definitely miss you having you here at Poker Ski. Hope you're doing well in Florida, enjoying retirement.
I'm sure he's very familiar with a lot of players at the table.
Well, I mean, you gotta make a trip up here to Dallas, Poker Ski, for our Poker Atlas tournament. I mean, it has your name written all over it, like one of the events. Right?
I already assumed that he was going to make an appearance. You know, play a couple events. He could play the seniors. Come on up and play the seniors with me. I don't know. Poker Ski, how's your horse game?
Okay, 75.
Well, the viewership's climbing. We have 271. Little shout out to table 15 out there. I was playing a little earlier. Young man at C5 bluffed me good, man. He got me. Hats off to you. Trevor's got a couple. I got an ace king here. I'll take it down.
Brenda says, I live in Brownwood, Texas, about 3 hours from Dallas. The lodge is only about an hour and a half from me, so I play there mostly. Makes sense. I would definitely play at a room that's closer to me. But if you ever had a chance to come back to Dallas,
Oh, we have a TCH not as big as here in Dallas. We have a TCH in the Austin area, Round Rock area,
that's
right?
true. That's true.
And from what I hear, word's spreading around, rumors are spreading around that, you know, we could be doing some work down there. I don't know anything other than that.
Yeah,
I'd share.
Yeah, I think they're looking to expand.
Yeah.
And I think that's all we could probably say, right?
Uh-oh.
Jerry here with the tens,
My good friend Jerry.
with your favorite hand.
Yeah.
You know, they're not suited tens like I think you would prefer, but
No, they are the same color. Same color. That's what I prefer.
that is your preference.
Yeah, that is. I like them to be the same color.
Nice hand there for Jerry. I mean, I think pocket tens on the live stream when you're commentating is like 8 for 10. You know, like
Yeah.
you rarely see them lose.
I tell you a little story about Jerry. If I haven't already told you, maybe you forgot. We were playing a tournament here, a turbo during the week, and we were both lucky enough to make it to the break. We're sitting right next to each other, having a great time, talking and having a great time. The break happened. I got up to go get myself something to drink, and he stayed there. Shortly after that, he busted out and left and went home. I made it to the final table and cashed, and came time to go home. I couldn't find my keys.
Oh, you took your keys on accident?
Yeah, I left
Oh,
when I
no.
got up to on a break. When I left to go get a drink, I left my keys in the cup holder. Well, he thought that they were his. Scooped up my keys and took them home with him. Very interesting. I finally had to go to Chris and Nick and say, "Hey, can you guys find my keys?" And at first, you know, they were very busy. It was a Friday, as I recall. They were very busy, but they finally decided to help me out. And they told me Jerry took my keys, but it all worked out. I got them back.
I guess it's better than Houston seems to.
I stand there for Patrick, up to 1 million chip stack now. I think him and Trevor are battling it out for that first position. Almost 300 of y'all in the live stream chat. If you've yet to hit that like button, please smash that like button. Helps the channel out a bunch. And of course, please consider subscribing to our channel as well, so you can listen to more of Derek and Mitch commentating over some tournament action.
Yeah, we're going to be really busy coming up soon here. There it is. You see it up there, Poker Atlas Tour, August 15th to September 5th. Jerry's got a couple of picture cards. See what he wants to do with this.
85.
And he's going to raise it up. Trevor got a suited Jack-8. Video on the button. What the heck is that?
Look, look. This is look.
Oh, that's interesting, yeah. I get it now.
Nice hand there for Jerry. Yeah, table overall playing relatively tight. But also, you know, not many hands being spread about here, but I'm sure the action will change eventually.
Shove, I call. You gotta know where to go.
As the blinds get, you know, larger and larger, I mean, it kind of forces the player's hands to kind of push the action.
I don't think they can
Todd,
hear.
Oh, really?
Todd is deep trouble here,
In last
and thought about
Yeah, they can.
Really got to speak.
That's why they asked us to.
Speak out
try.
loud.
Thought about going all in with the ace. Was it ace 8 or ace 7
Who's first?
Yeah.
6.
last hand there?
So your wife's name is
I figure he'll wait for for a better spot.
You want my girlfriend's name?
Patrick's going to make the call.
Not in this table.
Vidi, if he's going to repeat, he's going to have to get started here. But there's no panic in the young man.
Quite the action flop here.
I'd say.
Everyone
Look at
catching a pizza here.
Look at this.
Todd with an open ender, Marissa with top pair, Patrick with the nut flush draw.
Wow. Wow.
This is the action flop that we were looking for, Miss Brittany, and let's see what comes on the
And there
turn.
it is for Todd.
The nuts on the turn for Todd, and he's gonna check through here.
Wow.
Oh, never mind. I thought for a second Marissa had a straight as well, but no, she just has top pair, no kicker here. Patrick here with just ace high, and Marissa with decision.
Todd's life will continue as he dodged a diamond there.
And nice hand there for Todd, taking down and pretty much doubling up here.
Yes. And he may have just passed Vidi.
Actually, for just no cards,
Not
the
close.
hand I had,
Close, but
re-raise,
Vidi still has a
re-raise,
slight edge.
I had a fun hand I wanted to play.
Trevor up there in spot number 1, the only player over 1 million chips.
Let's just blame the dealer for the cards.
Can only be one of you at this table, and you take
Yeah.
But Patrick close on his heels.
I'm silently thinking in my head, don't worry.
Just get in line if you want to take shots. at
Patrick going to look down at a nice little hand here. See what he wants to do.
forever complainer.
I'm Taco.
Raise 75. Taco does it.
Okay. All right.
Raise 200.
You're picking on the old man's blind.
Trevor's going to raise.
This is not right. Yeah.
7 deuce offsuit in the small blind. Ugh.
Yeah, let's see if I can punish these people.
Sorry, Jerry, you're not going to like
I
it.
cannot.
He'll throw it away. That's good. They've got a possible big hand brewing here.
Oh, wow, and look at that. Patrick gonna outflop the ace-king of Trevor.
And they both have a diamond. We should have to get runner diamonds here.
1, 2.
He's going to bet out 250. Patrick not going anywhere. He's just trying to figure out what exactly he wants to do here. Thinking about it, he wants some more than 250 chips. Trying to figure out how he can get them.
Yeah, he's really taking his time here, which I like. I mean, you're trying to think this. Should I just go ahead and go all in here? You know, Patrick obviously, no, Trevor representing a very strong hand pre-flop by raising the 200,000. So he could be wondering if he's just, wow, what?
Alright, blind Sarah.
Wow.
24, 40.
That's the last thing I thought he was going to do. I mean, you hit the top pair. Maybe he just really put Trevor on
Ace,
an overpair, I guess.
ace queen, I guess.
I mean,
You,
interesting fold there. If he had king queen.
Unfortunately.
Wow.
I mean, if you're gonna just fold on a queen high flop there, I think you just should fold pre-flop, right? That's how I see
We're
it.
halfway through.
So you almost got the week.
I kind of feel the same way.
No, we're halfway through.
Anyway, next hand,
Well, I have to be.
Tejas going to look down at ace 9.
Work the other place.
Busy bee.
On my boyfriend.
You have a boyfriend?
Yeah, like my thought is, I mean, if you're gonna call that hand, I mean, I prefer a fold with that kind of hand, king queen offsuit. But yeah, if you're gonna hit a king or a queen, then you kind of just have to go with it. I mean, if you run into the ace king, if it's on a king high flop, you kind of just cool it yourself. It is what it is. If you hit top pair with a queen, I mean, you have to know it has to be good some percentage of the time there.
No.
Change, please. Thank you.
But on to the next hand here, like he's saying here, we'll
Okay.
come queen high, queen jack 9, top pair for Trevor.
Now Trevor with the king queen. The flop comes queen high. Action zone Tejas. See what he wants to do here. Looks like he wants to battle a chip leader. The chip leader's going to raise it up here. He must not know this is Tejas tape. How many eggs you have over there?
18. But yeah, Tejas here, just considering his options here. You know,
I mean, he did hit the 9, which is the bottom pair, and
like at absolute worst, Trevor has like 10-7, which like an open ender, but I don't really see that often. At absolute worst, he has like 9-10, right? A pair with a straight draw. That's the only hand that he really beats there in that spot. That's raising for value, maybe. I don't know. But on to the next one here. KPT 1984 in the chat. Kevin Tipper, how's it going? David going for 2 here. Going for the repeat.
so you say you got 18 eggs over there?
I do.
I'll trade you 6 of those eggs for 2 slices of this pizza.
Oh no, I already promised them bring them all home. For
All of
Lauren.
them?
Yeah.
Too many cookies there.
We're gonna go through all those eggs in a week.
All right, 3 slices, 6 eggs.
I'm okay on the pizza. Appreciate it. Viddy here gonna go all in with the king queen.
All right.
Brittany, how you feeling about this before I left?
I don't feel. No feelings.
I don't feel.
Cold-hearted.
For the amount of chips Viddy's going here, I think this is just a snap call here. You do cover your opponent.
Yeah, there's nobody else in the hand. It's heads up, so
It will be a coin flip
Yeah.
here.
Tejas just wanted to give some last, and that's why this guy's such a great player. He doesn't just make the snap call. Let me just make sure. Let me make sure. Yeah, okay, I'm gonna call. Checks everything out,
I can't
and then makes the call.
Some of it.
Not the great flop there for Viddy. Looking for a king or a queen, and there it is
There it
on the
is.
turn.
And he
Wow.
avoids the 9. He will. Oh, he did the stand up. There it is.
Brittany, what's going on?
Head down. Don't
The defending champ
Never met you.
is still alive.
Nice in there for Viddy. Up to 21 big blinds, and
look at that.
Tejas down to crumbs.
And he doubled up right in the second place in the chips.
He did tell me he
Wow.
was drinking.
As if on cue there, KPT
Somewhere.
giving some run good there for Viddy.
Yeah, Kevin. He was being a little conservative, trying to not panic, playing a short stack. Uh-oh.
History with me.
Todd, who came into this, was he short stack? He wasn't short when we came in.
I don't remember.
But he's got a couple of aces. He's going to raise a little bit, see if we get... Uh-oh.
105. I pulled my ace.
I pulled my 2 aces.
Good thing for Tejas that ace wasn't much bigger than a 3.
Yeah, ace queen, ace king.
Yeah, he would have...
probably gone with it there.
yeah.
Actually, I did. The first hand, I went all in with him. Went all in. I had ace king.
So Tejas down to 4 big blinds here.
I wait for them to return.
Not in very good shape.
Oh no, and I had ace jack and I shot.
Don't count him out.
The flush. That's right.
Yeah. So you're getting aces more than one.
More than once. You get that.
Oxtail, who was on fire in the beginning, quieted down a little bit. Marissa's got to check queen, and she'll play it. Tejas all in with the 7s.
Most likely.
And the button. Not the button matters now. He's, but I do expect a little all in, and there it is.
No, he's just making the call, it looks
Oh, he
like.
just made the call?
Which is very interesting.
All right. Well. All right. 4 players. Petey's got one of Tejas' 7s there.
Everyone pretty much hitting a pair larger than Tejas, except for Vidi.
But he did hit a pair. He did hit a pair of 5s, but I don't think that's really going to matter here. Tejas in big trouble.
Now,
And
2 pair for Marissa. Trevor with a pair and open ender now. Tejas has to know he's no good right now.
And
Marissa.
Tejas drawing to 1. 1 out. And he'll lay it down. And the 2 pair will hold. Let's see if the lady can get any more chips out of Trevor.
For my teeth yellow, I've been drinking a lot of black coffee.
And he'll lay it down. Hand number 29 coming up here, Derek. 388 people watching.
Wow. Nice little uptick in viewership. Really appreciate everyone tuning in this fine Saturday evening or morning or afternoon, wherever you're watching from around the world.
Yeah.
Do we have any international viewers in the chat with us tonight? We are live from Dallas, Texas, in the United States of America.
You do, don't say that.
It's currently 9:09 p.m. here in Dallas, Texas. About 125 degrees outside as well.
Yeah, I'm telling you. And you're not that far off.
I mean, yeah, we're about 10 degrees off, maybe.
I came in, it was 109.
Yeah, it's pretty warm outside.
109.
Quite the scorcher.
Yeah, I was like, wow, somebody hit me with a water balloon or something. Damn.
We're over there, him and I talk.
Yeah, I went on
Who's gonna do it?
my most recent vacation was to Michigan for that music festival, and the highs were 82, and I felt like I was in heaven. And the locals in Michigan were like, "Oh, we got a heat wave this week." I was like, "Are you kidding me? 84 is your heat wave?"
All right, Tejas could be some serious trouble right here, going all in. Oxtail thinking about getting involved here. The price may be right. He'll make the call.
Got a 3-way pot here.
3-way action here. Patrick's kings are still good. And he will try and get Oxtail to go away. Oxtail says, well, I guess you got it. You know. Tejas is going to see the bad news here.
He's got outs though. He could hit a 6 or some running straight card, so he's not just dead yet. And we've seen crazier runouts.
We going to talk about last week with Roger. Oh my God, that was crazy. Now he's drawn to a 6 and 6 only. No.
And that will be it for Tejas. And great sportsmanship there from Tejas, saying good luck to everyone. And he'll be taking home a nice prize of, let's take a look here,
Short-term memory.
2,650. Each player now guaranteed 32.30. Of course, everyone waiting for that top prize of 11,520.
Yeah, but you know, what's more important is Tejas, he just added to his stats. You know,
Cushioning his Hendon mob a little bit.
I mean, he added to his stats, you know. I mean, if anybody has any thoughts of possibly catching him for most appearances at the final table here at Dallas. You know, it's kind of like, and I'm going to go a little baseball. I know you're not a big fan, but when Babe Ruth set the record for 60 home runs in a season all by himself, that was more than the three bottom teams combined. That's how far away Tejas is to the second guy. But anyway, congratulations, Tejas. I have no doubt we'll see you back here again, probably next week. I talked to him. He's looking forward to the big Poker Atlas events coming up, and
Yeah, absolutely. GG's in the chat for Tejas for another great run.
yeah, another final table. It's like it's odd if you don't see him here.
Looks like Kevin's got a question for you in the chat.
I did not listen to that Aerosmith song yet, and I know he's talking about the Janis Joplin version. I've been busy, but I appreciate the reminder. I will be checking it out. He says they did a cover of a Janis Joplin song. Do you know who Janis Joplin is?
No.
Oh my God.
I have the least amount of knowledge of pop culture
Yeah,
of any decade.
Yeah, Derek, I know you're a very intelligent guy, but you got to brush up on it a little bit. I don't expect you to dig baseball. It's it's
Oh
not
no,
for
I like baseball. I'm wearing a baseball hat right now.
Yeah, but I'm saying music. I mean, everybody loves music.
Oh, I love music, but you won't like my kind of music.
Well, you go to those festivals. I mean, I want to go see. She's coming to town. She was real huge back in the '80s. Pat Benatar.
Oh yes, of course.
She's coming to town with her husband. You don't know Pat Benatar?
Of course not. When I said "of course," I was joking.
Yeah, I kind of caught it a little bit there.
Nice little pickup there for Oxtail. And as the blinds keep going up here, as you can see, the shorter stacks will get shorter, big blind wise, and they're gonna start feeling the pressure.
It's amazing I'm C5 also.
See, I want to see Trevor start putting on the pressure for the smaller stacks,
Yeah.
right? I mean, you got to start leveraging your stack. Just probably start raising, high percentage of your hands. Just keep min raising and trying to take the pots down, and it starts adding up. I mean, at 40,000 big blind, there's $100,000 in chips in the middle. Every time you raise, take down 100K. Do that 3 or 4 times, you're increasing your stack by quite a bit. So.
He's got the chips and he's getting good, decent cards. This could be issue. Oh my! Really all in, and he may just take this down. Yeah, there it is.
Nice pickup there for Vidi.
And Pat Benatar getting some love there in the chat. See this. I mean, really, if you're not a big sports fan, baseball fan, I'm okay with that. They were, I was dealing today, and they were talking about Messi.
Yeah, for Inter Miami. Yeah, the tickets are like over $1,000.
And they're coming to town.
Yep, they're gonna play FC Dallas, and I feel bad for the FC Dallas team because the entirety of the stadium will be there to watch Messi.
Yeah, well, they were asking me if I was going. I'm like, I know he's a soccer player, but I wouldn't know if he walked in the door. And they couldn't believe it. I said,
"Oh, I at least know Messi."
Yeah, I wouldn't know him if he walked. Now, if Nolan Ryan walked in the door, I'd know him. Which, speaking of which, we did have. I'll go ahead and put it out there. We had Oral Hershiser playing at the Las Colinas Room a couple weeks ago when the Dodgers were in town.
Of course.
Yeah.
Hey, our we had a celebrity in Dallas probably last year before. Seth Curry used to play on the Mavericks, and I think he's coming back to the Mavericks, so we might see him again.
Yeah, I wouldn't know him. I'm assuming he's tall.
He's a basketball player.
Yeah,
he's actually not that tall. He's not. I mean, he's tall enough, right, for the NBA, but in terms of NBA standards, he's one of the shorter players.
I'm not. That's one sport. I mean, I know Larry Bird. Michael Jordan.
Oh, man. Back to the action here.
Here we
Danny
go.
Ruse in the chat saying, dang, stacks are shallow right now. But, I mean, big stack right now, about 37 big blinds. Still plenty of play. And, you know, you really can't look at just the number of big blinds. You really got to look at what the average stack is and how you compare it to that. And that kind of is a good a determining factor of how much play there is. Say if the average stack is 5 big blinds, then yes, everything's quite shallow.
Yeah, when I was playing and he made the final table, I looked over, I saw Vidi, he was over by the counter getting a drink, and I walked over, I said, you made the final table, congratulations. And that's what I asked him. I said, what's your chip stack look like? And I'm, you know, are you average, above average, below average? And he was, you know, and that's what I asked him.
As you can see there, Vidi is sitting at 3rd in chips currently.
Yeah.
Trevor first right now. Marissa not too far behind. Todd in the danger zone at 8 big blinds in the 8th seat. Patrick, Oxtail, and Jerry all relatively close.
And Jerry's been, you know, kind of quiet over there. Not really had much to deal with. He's doing okay, you know, hanging in there, being patient. And just wants to know, Seth Curry is 6'1" apparently. How long before the blinds go up? When they give you an aerial view of the dealer, you can look down and she has a tablet right there in front of her. I'm sure they'll give us the view here momentarily. There it is. And
about 11 minutes left in this blind level.
yeah, and that when the clock ticks down, that's when the blinds will go up. So if you didn't know, now you do. Trevor's deuce is still good, but he can't be very proud of him.
Yeah, I mean,
That
even in a cash game setting, you're really just set mining with deuces. I mean,
Yeah,
it's hard to play a multi-street
yeah.
game with just paired deuces. But on to the next one here. And Bill James with some facts in the chat says Seth Curry is 6'1", and you know that's pretty short for the NBA, right?
It is.
So, but I think he is a very talented player. I did actually get to play against him in 2-5 when he was playing here. Yeah, he check raised me, you know. Very rude. No, I'm just kidding. well, there used to be a time, right, where check raising was like considered the most like rude thing you could do at a poker table.
Yep.
It's like, what? Why would you check and then raise? I mean, if you had something, you should just bet on the flop.
I have no doubt you've check raised me.
Yeah, and it's never anything personal for me. It's
I know that. I know that for a fact.
I made quads today playing Pot Limit Omaha. And got paid. I did get paid. Yeah.
You know, I'm going to ask you.
They had aces, so they had the best possible full house that wasn't quads.
Because I could have just get the same information with maybe, you know, 500, 600 bucks, but I put all my stuff, and he barely had me. So I'm not going to fold.
Deuces never loses? I don't know about that.
You know, I would have brought the phone, I was still in the tournament and working myself out. That would have been another ending.
Oh, we got a nice fight in baseball today. Who's throwing hands?
But I learned from my mistakes. So hopefully I don't make that mistake today.
Marissa seems the most talkative player at the final table right now. Everyone else.
Today when you had ace jack of spades, same thing, right?
Yeah. Yeah, but it's a different player. I mean, you play with Roger.
Julian asking how the Pete Low Streets were today. Not too bad.
Players to players.
Ended up losing just a little bit, though. I was in for 4 buy-ins. Meant you get 3.5 of the buy-ins back, so I'll take that. Indians, aka Guardians, versus White Sox. Interesting.
The Indians and the White Sox throwing hands. I mean, I don't think either one of those teams are.
Are they rivals?
I don't think. Well, not really. Cleveland. I mean, I don't know. Cleveland and Chicago. I mean, you know, no disrespect to Cleveland, the city. You ever been to Cleveland?
I don't think so. That's in Ohio, right?
Yes, it has a nickname. It's the Mistake by the Lake. But, you know, I mean, I've been to Cleveland. Let me see the standings. I don't think either one of those teams are in a playoff race. So why are they getting heated?
Well, you know me, Julie. I'm in the streets battling, of course.
You only know the 10 because I give you 50-50. I only took 40.
Got down about 2-3 binds real quick on one table, and then I table change and all the. So I finally started making some big hands against the right players. So.
Well, Cleveland is in second place. 3 games below 500. 3 games back. I guess they have a shot. The Red Sox in last place in the American League East, but if they were in the American League Central, they'd be in first place. That's pitiful. American League Central should be ashamed of themselves.
It's like every now and then in our football division for the Cowboys, it's like when the first place is like third place in most divisions.
Yeah, well, it wasn't always the case back when I was in high school.
Right. The Eagles were always really good.
The NFC East, the Cowboys, the Giants, even the Redskins were winning a couple Super Bowls. Everybody, they were the
very strong division.
Very strong. They were the strongest division for the longest time. Growing up just south of Philly.
This might be go time here for Todd, and it will be.
And I got to tell you, Todd's played very well with what he's been given.
Yeah, he's picking his spots and being patient with it, even though it can be frustrating. There's no reason to force it.
Yeah.
As you saw with Tejas, I mean, he played quite patient and almost laddered up again. I mean, if he had.
And of course, we saw Vidi do it too.
It's the best of the worst.
Yeah, well, every division has their time, and then players get old, and that's just the way things are. Todd, going to do it again?
Yeah, I think so.
There it is. I don't play. It looks good to me. Just a little too much for Marissa. She still has a couple of players behind her, so she'll throw away the deuces. And Todd will take it down.
Yeah, that's 2 hands in a row there, and up to 10 big blinds, which is a little more breathing room. Has to feel nice. Now passing Jerry in chips.
And you got to feel for Jerry. He hasn't had anything. Have we seen him? How many turns have we seen him see? I think he's, I don't know, won maybe an all-in pre-flop or something. Hasn't really seen him.
Maybe one, or he might have raised one hand and taken it down pre-flop, but not too much action.
I'm sure he's sitting there giving Brittany an earful, jokingly, of course. Jerry's win or lose, he's always a fun guy at the table. There he is. He's going to go all in with the 5s. He's going to get at least one call from Vidi here. I have no doubt. Well, I know I could be wrong, Yeah,
I think he's not going to fold it for this much more. He's not completely crippled if he loses, and he has a chance to chip up quite a bit if he wins. And there's a good chance he's flipping against some hands and dominating some other hands. It's close. It's very close.
There it is.
And he's going to be happy to see the pocket 5s here.
He's. It's not as bad as he was thinking it might be.
Yeah, it might be ace-king, ace-queen, but you got to give credit to Jerry. He hasn't really been. He's been pretty card dead, so he might be shoving any like king-queen, king-jack that you're way ahead of. Let's see what the flop brings.
5s still hold.
There's paint, but not the right paint. And there's the jack. Wow.
Wow.
And you need to win your all-ins. I mean, if you're running hot and your all-ins, that's how you win tournaments.
And that's just the way Jerry's luck's gone. The whole final table, I'm sure he played very well all day, And to get to the final table. Congratulations, Jerry, my friend. Very good seeing you at the final table today.
Taking home 30-30. Each player now guaranteed 38.70. We're down to our final 6 players.
And 38.70 is a great payday, but you know what? I know Jerry. And he doesn't care. He's happy to be here and have fun and talk to people. That's what Jerry's all about. I love that about him.
That is, I think, the eventual goal for everyone, right? To be able to just play poker for just fun, no matter win or lose, you know.
I mean, that's what I played today. I was playing today just to have some fun today. And Vidi.
Oh, look at this.
I don't want to say anything, but the young man
is running hot.
Is looking. I'm not going to say it. I'm going to leave it alone. And look at this. They both have a 10, and the 10 comes on the turn. Thinking this through here.
Yeah, he'll call at least one tree here. Hope that Trevor checks the river. And this is a river card that I see a lot of checks.
Oh, they check. Yeah, they check. I think either one of them makes a bet there, and they can take the pot down. But it's very scary.
Yeah, but your hand's so strong, there's no reason to turn it into a bluff. Just happily take it to showdown and hope that your opponent has a weaker 10, maybe.
And these two don't want to get tangled up with each other right now.
Absolutely, that's another thing to consider.
They want to wait till later on.
You're the only one who can do that.
Again, down to our final 6 players here. 430 of y'all joining us from home, wherever you're watching from. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. It is currently 9:28 p.m. here in Dallas, Texas, where we are currently live streaming from. We are on a 15-minute delay, but we are seeing everything happen relatively live.
Did we? I know we asked. Did we check? Did we have the international?
I asked. I don't think anyone responded, unfortunately. But I'm sure there's someone watching international that maybe just.
I love that. I love international people watching.
Yeah, it's great, and
I love that.
I'd really like to meet some of them someday. Like especially some of our more loyal, Canadian viewers. Or it was always like an Australian viewer here.
Philippines.
Philippines.
That's awesome.
No.
I think that's what's so great about poker too, right? When you stream it on the internet, you don't need to know our language. You don't need to, you don't really need to know a specific language to play the game of poker, right? Everything speaks for itself, and I think that's what's so great about the game is anyone around the world can play this game.
So wait, so you're saying that if I went over to deal in the Philippines, it's not English only at the table? All right, looks like Trevor's going to get there.
I think it would depend on the casino, but I think. Yeah, that's actually a great question. I don't know how it works in those like European countries. Say if you're in Germany.
Yeah, I'm sure it's German. If they're but a lot of countries have multiple languages.
Right. Yeah. Like Germany, a lot of the Germans speak French, English, and German. Obviously, German, obviously. But a lot of them are trilingual. They can speak French, German, and English. Bert, watching from New York City. Well, welcome. Appreciate you staying up late watching with us, which feels like a different country from Texas sometimes. Yeah, Texas.
Well, yeah, they had that thing yesterday up at the square. What square was it? Somebody was trying to give away some video games or something.
Madison Square Garden?
No, it wasn't Madison Square Garden.
That's the only square that I know in New York City.
Wait, no, Times Square. Oh, but it wasn't there either. Anyway, it had like a big crowd, and it was a mess. I'm sure they got it straightened out. I don't think anybody got hurt, but.
Marissa here with the pocket threes. It will come King, Queen, 5. Trevor going to outflop Marissa's pocket pair here.
Yeah, and I think the fact that there's 2 picture cards on the flop.
Yeah, if there's just one, you might consider putting a stab out there, but I'd like just to check there and hope to get the showdown here. Union Square.
Union Square, yeah. Well, there you go. Doug likes the International House of Pancakes.
Okay, there's our first international viewer of the evening.
There it is.
Saul Solorzano. I'm probably butchering that name, but from Mexico. Welcome, our neighbor to the south.
You know, since I've been to Texas, I've been eating.
I was just about to ask, have you picked up any Spanish since you've been here?
No, but I've been eating a lot more Mexican food because you can't, go anywhere.
It's probably more Tex-Mex than Mexican food.
Probably, yeah. American style, Americanized Mexican food, I guess.
Right, but a lot of Tex-Mex.
Yeah.
Right? You ever been to Chewy's yet?
Oh yeah, but we have one of those. We have one of those, back east.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Oh, I guess that's a big chain, right? Yeah.
But yeah, you can't.
You got to try the Reserve by TCH Social, the Mexican restaurant.
Oh yeah.
That one's actually really
right there in
good.
the shopping center. Yeah.
That's very, very good. They actually, you can get 10 tacos for like $22. So like, if you and I ever want to get lunch or dinner over there, you just split the $22 and we get 5 tacos each. Yeah, which is plenty. Yeah.
Yes, Julian's setting us straight. That is, yes. Emily tells me all the time I'm so American. We went over there. Of course,
I think she knew what she was getting into. Right?
Yeah, she did. No, she did. There was
a Boston Red Sox fan from Delaware.
There was no hiding it. I wasn't trying to.
You bleed red, white, and blue.
I was not hiding anything. She.
And another hand there for Todd. I mean, that's honest. If I was in Todd's spot right now, I'd be so happy that I don't have to actually go to showdown. Like, just taking all these chips pre-flop.
Trevor's been hot. Vidi's been up and down, making the right moves. But I got to tell you, even though if Todd can, he's on the verge of being a top story here. He's, patient and making the most of his cards. Unfortunately.
He could be the Roger of this week, No,
I don't know. Let's not get crazy now. let's not get crazy.
That guy was on fire.
I never saw anything like Roger last week.
When he had like the ace queen against ace king, hit the queen.
Yeah, I mean he was
hit the 3 outers. Oh my gosh.
He was walking the plank, and I don't know what the hell happened.
He like fell off the plank, did like a somersault back up to the plank.
It bounced up off the water. I don't know what the heck. Anyway. I hope he's watching. Roger, congratulations again for the entertainment that he gave us last week. It was unreal. I loved it.
No, a lot of players came up to me actually because I went to go play that next day on Monday, and I think it was actually Kevin. He came by and was like, "Oh my god, that Roger guy just ran so
unreal,
hot."
Man. I was like, "Wow."
Jason Walker in the chat says, "Go Patrick," and that's just a great reminder, Jason, in the chat. If we have anyone cheering for a specific player here on our live stream, let us know who you're rooting for. We got Patrick in the 2 seat. We have Trevor in the 4 seat. Vidi in the 5. We have Oxtail in the 6. Todd in the 8. And, of course, last but not least, Marissa in the 9 seat. So let us know who y'all are rooting for in the live stream chat.
We don't have any Canadians pulling for Oxtail?
I'm sure there's at least 1 or 2 Canadians. And look at this, Jacks for Todd.
Todd trying to become the top story at the final table here. And I like how he's taking his time trying to figure out, I need chips. How can I? Okay, let me just go all in. The hell with it. Let me go all in.
I like this just because, being pocket jacks, queen, king, ace, more overcards that could potentially knock you out. You definitely want to get it in against a hand that's a hand that will call, but you don't want hands like queen 10, king, queen calling. So max fold equity when possible, but if you do get called, you're hoping that they're calling with a hand like a pocket pair, like 10s or 9s.
Yeah. And Trevor there, he did fold the queen 10, but I think he's more concerned about Vidi than Todd. But Todd's hanging in there, slowly creeping up, and his patience has paid off. He's climbed up the money ladder. He's outlasted 3 players.
RS Actuary says, "I'm Canadian. I can be the token cheerer for Oxtail." Well, great.
There you go.
We need someone cheering for Oxtail.
Yeah. I I would think that he, called somebody back home and said, "Hey, watch me on the final table. I'm playing poker down here in Texas."
Absolutely, Zane, and that's exactly why I think the all-in with the Jacks here is a great play, especially from an early position. You have so many players left to act.
And you got Vidi behind you, and again, you don't want to get mixed up this early.
Vidi here with dominating suits here. We'll hit a top pair with the Jack kicker on a monotone board, though.
Yeah, that's going to be scary when you look down 2 red cards. We got,
Definitely a situation where he's either way ahead or way behind.
Yeah, we got West Palm Beach checking in. My daughter, if you knew, my daughter just moved back to the Tampa area.
Good check, and
a 4 on the river. And there it is.
Nice in there for Vidi. Now taking the chip lead.
I'm telling you. This kid is, I still say 75% of the time he plays this tournament, he makes the final table.
It's funny, we were having that discussion with Cooper earlier, and he's like, I feel like he plays this tournament a lot. And I was like, not really. It's just when he does play it, he just makes the final table.
Very good music. Are you kidding me? This is
He plays it more often than, say, most players, but not as much as, like, say, Tejas or, like, Charles or Mitchell.
Yeah. Or Derek.
Right,
right. Daryl, I'm sorry, Daryl.
Daryl, right.
seriously.
I haven't seen him in a while.
I don't even turn the radio. That's how bad it is.
But, I didn't, ever since the Las Colinas Open, I've been over there all the time. Well, when I look at this, look at these 2 cards, these 4 cards here. 4 cards of the Royal Flush. You think the Ace of Clubs is going to come on a flop? Bam! That'd be cool, right?
Great flop here for Vidi, flopping top pair with a great kicker. Todd with a gut shot.
And Todd's thinking about doing something here. I don't know. I tell you, I don't know. I love his play so far, but I don't. Wow. Could just get into trouble right here. A spade.
You expect most hands that made a flush to lead river once you check back turn, so I think Vidi's going to comfortably go for a small value bet here. Trying to target a 9 or 10, and that's exactly what Todd has. And if I'm Todd here, it'd be very, very tough to fold a Jack-10 here. He's really saying he has a king or nothing.
Yeah.
Not too sure how often Vidi be value having like a hand like
nice
queens or jacks, but it's a very nice hand there for Vidi.
Him calling that flop there. I tell you, I love Todd's play so far.
Great fold.
I'm not all I wasn't crazy about the call on the flop there, but yeah, he got away. He got away with not too much damage there.
Let's see here. Got a comment here in the chat. They wait 5 minutes to chat in Manila at Resorts World and City of Dreams Solaire. And Okada, you have to speak English at the table. So at international events, it seems like English is the primary language, even if you're in an international country, another country. Especially during APT tournaments, cash games too. That's very interesting. That surprises me actually. It wouldn't bother me if like they were speaking their own language. I was like, oh well, I'm in your country. It is what it is, right? But I guess that's very interesting. It really wouldn't bother me, and I would just play my own thing. I would just do my own thing, right? I just won't be able to converse with everyone. Got some action developing here. Patrick raising under the gun with the king jack. Trevor making the call with the king queen, and last time Patrick was dominated by Trevor's hand. He did flop top pair. It does come 6-5-4. Terrible flop for both of these holdings.
Turn, no help either. Oh, there's a king. This could be trouble. And the queen will play.
Wow, and that's a cooler river there. And, you know, I mean, not too many hands you could target from Patrick's point of view, so maybe not a play I would have done by raising. I might have just check called because you're really trying to target a weaker king at that point, right? And there's not too many weaker kings available. Nice hand there for Trevor. Patrick, unfortunately, down to 3 big blinds. Needing to find some cards here, or else he will be the next person eliminated here on our final table. Let's see if he can catch some heat here.
Looks like Diego wants to. We haven't showed the payouts in a while.
Oh, that's very good. It's a very good point. Diego says, great comment. Thank you for streaming live on a hot day in Vegas. Something good to watch. What's the payout? Absolutely, Diego. And show the payouts again real quick here. As Todd there. We did fold the Jack 8 of hearts. Looks like we'll go. Actually, we'll go back real quick. Excuse me.
It's hot in Vegas, Diego. It's 109. When it was earlier today when I was on my way over here. It was 109. Patrick's ought to look down at Ace King.
Thank you.
I got nothing.
Nothing could be good.
And she will see she does have live cards. The 9 to 5.
Oh, I gotta walk away.
No, that's, yeah.
He's doing it
Uh-oh.
I gotta do the old crap, walk away.
Well, there it is. He's doing a stand-up. You gotta believe it. You can't just do it just to do it. You gotta believe it.
You got to commit to it.
You gotta feel it.
Fully
You
commit.
gotta feel it.
The full walked away backpack on the shoulder. Oh, and there's the top
9.
pair. Can still hit an ace or king.
Oh,
And
there
that'll
it
be
is.
it for Patrick. Unfortunately, Patrick's such a nice guy, a really good tournament player as well. We'll take home, what is it? 6th place money for $38.70. Down to our final 5 players now. $46.90 is what all these players are guaranteed. And Diego, I know you did want to look at the payouts, and there they are. We had 137 entrants for a $500 buy-in. Just barely beating our guarantee of $50,000. I think there are a few other events going on in the state of Texas right now, so a little bit smaller of a turnout, but still a really great tournament here for our players this Saturday. These players have been playing since 10 a.m. and it's currently 9:43 p.m. here in Dallas, Texas. Of course, we're going for that top prize of $11,520.
There you have it. Down to the final 5 here. Congratulations, by the way, Patrick. Great game today. Played well. Oxtail's been quiet for a while now. Gonna look down at a decent hand. And he'll get involved.
Yeah, and at this point, 5-handed King Jack is a very, very strong hand here.
Yeah, definitely.
Good enough to try to take down the blinds, and if you get raised, you're really not hating it too much. Tougher, opponent to have a stronger hand right now. There's only 4 other players. We'll come ace high, and I imagine it will just go bet fold unless, well, it is a smaller bet here, so Trevor might just float here for 1 street as he does flop second pair.
You did, I remember.
You were at my table.
Square up.
He's like, dealer, square up the table.
For a dime is no help.
He did say that. And then
Oxtail
I looked at him
could
and I was
continue
like,
here.
"You were small like me."
Continuing his story here that he does have an ace, and
Trevor wants to know what he's got left. What's the next bet going to be? He wants to know. Something like that, right? He still wants to see. Well, he raised.
yeah, he put him all in, and Trevor will take this pot down.
He said, I don't believe you. So, Derek, are you excited about this Poker Atlas Tour coming up?
Oh, absolutely. And, there's over 3 million guarantees you can see at the top of our screen for all of our viewers. 3 million plus in guarantees August 15th through December 5th between our 2 locations here up in Dallas, Texas. TCH Social in Las Colinas, and, of course, TCH Dallas located in Dallas, Texas.
I'm sure there's a lot of people in the state of Texas is huge, by the way, who want to come and play. Might be curious if people in the country, people in Canada.
Absolutely, and I can definitely give some info regarding our tournament right here. Our very first event, to start off here, $1 million guarantee for $500.
That's the way we do it here at TCH.
We have over 15 flights It's a 2-day event, and I imagine we will be streaming some feature tables and, of course, the final table on Sunday.
Yeah, it'd be you and me.
I'd hope so. I mean,
All right.
if you're off, I'm off on Sundays typically, so I will be commentating the final table for certain
So this is going to be the first one, $1 million guarantee
for
on the first one.
$500.
What about the last one?
Yeah, we'll talk about that actually right after this hand here.
Yeah,
because
I wanna
Oxtail does go all in with the King 9. Nice little teaser for more information regarding our tournament series coming up. And if you all want to know any more information regarding our tournament series, looks like Trevor will. Oh, let's see here. Full house here for Oxtail, and Oxtail will actually take it down here. A full triple up there for Oxtail, and he did find life here. Staying alive in this tournament here. But yes, we have 15 flights in that first tournament, and anyone wants any more information regarding the other 20+ events that we're running, you go to texascardhouse.com. And there should be a nice big banner at the top advertising this tournament series. And you can click on that banner, and it'll list all of our tournaments we'll be having for that 2.5-week period, including all the structures and any information you might need to know. But back to what you were talking about, that title event that we're hosting. As you can take a look right here, $1,000 buy-in, $1.5 million event here to end our series. It says 2-day event, but technically a 3-day event. Day 2 on September 4th. If you make the final table, it will go to day 3 on Tuesday, the 5th. So do keep that in mind if you do need to make some accommodations. If you're planning on making the final table.
Call out of work.
Yeah.
Change your flight plans. Call your family. Check me out.
All right. 2 events over $1 million in guaranteed. Well, $1 million guarantee and $1.5 million guaranteed. So
yeah.
a lot of action here.
And if you play here or if you watch, we always shatter the guarantees. So
we do have an all in here from Todd, and a little bit poor timing here. He does shove the ace-8 against the jacks of Vidi.
Well, I mean, Vidi's got a club himself, so a club could help him out, but let's see what happens here.
Oh, and that might be it. Needs running Broadway here, and that's all she wrote.
Close, but
did Vidi get up again?
I maybe to shake his head, I think, because at the turn, I think he knew he was drawing dead.
But now we're down to our final 4 players now. Each player guaranteed $57.05. GG's to Todd for laddering up, 3 spots in the past hour?
Yeah.
Taking home a nice prize of $46.90, but each player now guaranteed $57.05.
I love to watch, I love to watch players that play like that, And he played well, And, he climbed the ladder. He did the best with what he had. The whole final table from what I saw.
Three words to explain the English only rule for you, D. World War II. Who won World War II?
Yeah,
I mean, as like kind of like it sounds kind of wrong, but I mean that is historically I think that is the truth behind it, right? I mean,
do you want to know something interesting?
The victors write the history books, right?
Yeah, exactly. I was born 20 years after it ended.
Jeez.
20 years after it ended.
So people were still like, probably talking about it, honestly.
I had a history teacher who was in World War II.
Oh,
in high school.
Yeah.
In high school, Mr. Vannon. Here's Marissa. I'll give Mr. Vannon his props in a little bit because he was my favorite teacher of all time.
It looks like we did have another Derek Frith, Oxhill for the win, railing from Canada. He's another Canadian here in the chat. Unfortunately, Oxhill in a terrible spot here. Needs to find trip 10s or a straight here to beat Marissa. And we might be down 3-handed pretty quickly here if Oxhill cannot improve. Oh.
Well,
Oh,
you
my
gotta be kidding me.
gosh. What?
Oh my.
Brutal there from Marissa. We were about to be down to three-handed. Finds the gutter ball.
Wow. Canadian luck right there.
As if on cue, we have a couple Canadians here in the chat railing Mr. Oxtail from Canada.
Wow.
What a turn card there, and Marissa has got to be frustrated with that.
I'm interested to see how if she can rebound from that.
Absolutely, and that's a true tell of a poker player,
Yeah.
right? If they can take a beat like that and battle back, let's hope the best here for Marissa, that she doesn't get too tilted off of that hand.
And Vinny and Trevor was sitting there. Obviously, the traditional good luck all in, but they're pulling for Marissa there. So that was a little frustrating. But getting back to
your history teacher,
Mr. Vannon, my favorite teacher of all time. To hear him talk about World War II and.
Do we know where in Canada? Did he ever specify to you where he's from in Canada? Because there's all the provinces. And
he was wearing a Blue Jays shirt.
Possibly Toronto.
I want to say up around the Toronto way, yeah.
But I think that is the only
English.
No, only a baseball team in Canada, right? So that.
As of right now, yes.
So that might be he could have been anywhere from Canada, right?
Yeah,
so.
but they used to have the Montreal Expos.
Right.
But they moved to give you a chance to impress the listeners. The Montreal Expos,
I have no idea.
They didn't just quit. They moved to a different city in the United States.
I have no idea.
You don't even want to take a guess?
The Expos. They're not the Houston Astros, are they?
No.
Okay.
The Montreal Expos. Well, let's let the listeners see if they can tell us. I know, obviously.
Well, of course, I think the whole chat knows Mitch.
All right, we have ace queen here for Trevor. See if he gets any action. Very good. Doug knows. The Washington Nationals.
Washington Nationals.
Yeah. There you go.
Got our Canadians in the chat going crazy, just cheering on Oxtail.
Which actually Texas has a connection. Before the Texas Rangers were the Texas Rangers, they were another team, the Washington Senators.
I did know that one.
Yeah, so the Washington Senators moved from Washington and became the Texas Rangers.
I think that's why I associate, because I know there's some kind of movement from D.C. to Texas, and D.C. had another team. Yes, I guess I was somewhat close.
Well, the only connection, Dallas and Washington, 1963. That's not a good connection, though. You don't remember what happened? You weren't. Well, I wasn't around in '63 either. All right, down to the final four here. Who you pulling for? I know we got a couple of Canadians.
Got Trevor in the 4 seed, Vidi in the 5 seed, defending monthly $250K guaranteed champion. Oxtail, the comeback kid here from Canada, and Marissa, the last female in our tournament.
And Trevor continues to get good chips here. I mean, good chips. Good cards. He's got plenty of chips. He's getting good cards. Quickly approaching the 2 million chip mark here.
There's no way I can go and come back and say, hey, give me my stuff.
Interesting little factoid here from Two Nuts. Strange thing about the Philippine cash games, you are not allowed to tip after the hand.
Yeah, that's the way it is in Australia too.
Oh, really?
Yeah, you don't tip the dealer. Apparently, they get paid pretty well.
So what motivates? I mean, I'm all for people getting paid a certain wage that they deserve, right? But what motivates a dealer to go any faster?
I mean,
I'm sure they're like there's audits, right? I'm sure the managers walk by and like, hey, like you need to, like you're gonna get some points or whatever if you don't pick it up or whatever. So I'm sure there's like raise opportunities or something like that. Or,
I don't know if you know in a casino they can tell you your hand per hour average. They keep track of that.
oh, right, because there's like a little sensor where you drop. Yeah.
In the gator, so when you swipe in, like you swipe into players here. When you swipe in,
Maybe that could affect your hourly rate raise or something.
It might. Yeah, it might. I mean, I would think. Don't tip in a restaurant either. Man. Yeah, but I hear that it is a North American thing.
Four with a Jack 10. Will raise it up again.
All right, Marissa.
Yeah, no, I kind of guess I kind of answered my own question. Yeah, for sure. If it's good on the pay, then you're happy to just do it, and like you're motivated to keep the job and impress your manager to obviously maybe move up eventually, or get some kind of rate. Looks like we're getting a little bit of lag here from our end. It will come 9-9 deuce, 8 on the turn. Going to give an open-ender to Trevor. Gut shot for Marissa in 2 overs. I think she will make the call here. She is technically ahead. I'd like a call here, considering that your 10 and queen very likely still alive. Well, here's the opposite here from Julian. Some French guy was at TCH Dallas a while back, said in France you can tip, but the dealers get paid a decent hourly wage and they have a union, so they suck and deal really slow. So he must have been like, when he came to Texas, he was like, oh my God, all the dealers are so good and fast. Like, I feel like for anything where, there's an opposite end for both, right? There's going to be pros and cons to both, right? Yeah. So that goes for anything. And Vidi does fold the deuces there. We're playing pretty well. Absolutely. I totally agree. Catching a lot of cards as well.
We're just going to have a gut shot here, needing a 4. She'll bet out and take it down.
Almost 500 viewers in the live stream with us. Thank you all so much for tuning in. We've been casting for about an hour and 40 minutes. We're down to our final 4 players. We started with 137 entrants today at 10 a.m. Of course, that registration lasts for about 4 hours, and now these players are down to the final 4 at 10 p.m. So it's been about 12 hours since the start of the tournament. Typical day for a Saturday tournament player.
And I'm still digging the green.
I like it a lot more.
Yeah, the red was a little, I think, too much. You think too much?
I agree.
Yeah.
We should get it changed to the to match our felt on the floor. Get that nice blue on the table.
I never heard that name.
Yeah, I'm okay with it.
We'll get to Julian's chat there. That's very interesting.
Ooh.
Oxtail here. Gonna bet his pair. Deny some equity, some overcards. Hands it exactly like Trevor's that might float flop. Nice hand there for Oxtail. Julian in the chat saying, Johnny Vibes, if you don't know who that is, he's a poker vlogger. He shows some shoots some poker videos on YouTube. Was at a casino one time in Europe where the rake was 10%, no maximum. Ugh. And if you doubled your stack, you couldn't leave for 45 minutes after your double up? Is that just at any given time? Like,
well,
did they like throw? Did the dealers like throw a chip at you and be like, "All right, you're locked in for another 45 minutes since you doubled up"? Because we need to rake back some money.
That would irritate me. I can't leave. Fine, I'll just fold.
What if you're doubling up to even?
Yeah.
How,
Or you're still. I mean,
what if you double up and you're still stuck? Like what?
I mean, you're gonna tell me I can't leave? All right, I fold. I don't. Even, no, I fold. I fold.
The action must be so nitty there,
You
right?
know, I mean, it's.
She likes the girl power.
Oh, the girl power. So you just
That is insane.
I mean, I'm no fan of the hit and run. I'm not.
But like, you know, you
What-
say you're playing all night and you're finally doubled up to even. Most people are like, okay, I've been playing 6 hours. I'm going to take this today. I don't want to leave on a loss. You know,
Yeah.
that's very interesting.
Well, yeah. Even if you double up, like I say, I'm not a fan of the hit and run. But I'd rather see you just get up and leave, just sit there and,
Hey,
and just
John.
fold for a half an hour because you know you want to leave. If you want to leave, leave. We'll talk about you after you leave. Yeah, we're definitely.
Yeah,
gonna
yeah.
talk.
I mean, we're going to forget about it
Yeah.
after, but
Yeah.
yeah.
I mean, next time I see you, I'm like, yeah, that's the guy that hit Rand the other night. You know what I'm saying?
See, I'm just curious. Like, what if you double up and you're still stuck? Like, what? How can they force you to stay there? Like, to me, that'd be like, I'm doubling up and I want to just cut my losses.
Right.
And
He's back.
end the night right there.
Live. How you doing?
I'm all in.
Good for now.
I mean, you're already all in as well. You call? Oh, okay.
Probably second. Or we're close.
Holy shit.
So we have an all-in and a call here.
Wow, and this is a big spot here for Marissa. Dominating Oxtail, but Oxtail has been running hot. Could find a 4 here to eliminate Marissa. Marissa looking to dodge a 4.
Just so Marissa knows, you said that. I didn't say that. You said before.
I mean, the cards are already shuffled and ready to go, you know.
But yeah, he has been running hot. No doubt about it.
You have over there. All right.
He did. He did. And she won all in. I know he raised a bit a lot.
Looks like Doug's pulling for a 4 here.
My friend. Come on, step on me. Oh, no, you can't. Oh, you can't.
All right. Marissa's.
Oh my God.
And there it is.
Oh,
But now's the ace is there.
Please.
Can. Ooh.
wow.
I mean, even if it's a king, yeah, Marissa still wins.
I was going to feel so bad. Oh my God.
Wow.
Thank you, girl. You're the best. I don't know what David Heck was talking about. You.
Well, there you go, Doug. You got the 4. He was pulling for a 4.
Hey, Adam, will you turn service up here?
Jerry 2.0.
And then all we're buying? Yeah, anyway, good luck. You're not gonna play cash out there.
Thank you.
See you, man. Good luck.
Thank you, Tucker.
What a turn card there. Oxtail down to crumbs now. We're at the 60,000 big blind.
Ace four, they had
The
an
suck
ace
and the
eight.
resuck indeed. A very nice hand there for
And with the
Marissa.
four this time,
Well, the better hand won. So
exactly the same one.
Yeah, I mean, it's a standard flip, right?
Yeah.
It was not nice. No, but I lost my life.
It's the roller coaster emotions. You know the cards are going to come out how they are, but it's like
Right.
when you see the 4 first, you're like,
Yeah.
what?
Yep.
Some chips under it here.
That's what makes it exciting. That's what makes us keep coming back.
Thank you, Dave.
We're just like, come on, guys. Gotta get out of here by 10:30.
I had paid somebody to cover it over.
No, you ready to do it?
You want a drink too?
I got one.
That's
Thank you.
my water bottle.
Drinking coffee.
All right, we do have almost 500. We're at 498. Hand number 70 here, Dallas, Texas. TCH. Saturday night there. Saturday night. People are paying attention to you and me. Can you believe that? Do they tune in? They tune in for the. They turn in for the game. Find out the updates of what's coming up. I hear Brittany's got her own fan club that likes to watch her deal on the stream.
Wait, really?
I mean, you know.
Yes.
I don't know. You can have a snack. It depends how big your snack is.
I mean, I had a couple guys back in Baltimore who told me that they drove past the live casino to come to the Horseshoe just because I dealt there. So if they're coming to see me, you know, she half my age and nicer hair, and I have nice hair, Darren.
Your cards.
I know people always they always get so confused about your age, right, when they see your hair.
Yeah. Well, it's one of the few things left that
So,
I
like,
still have
what-
that's
what-
decent.
what-
and
You told me once, right? Someone asked you what product to use.
yeah, dude, put me on. I was in the box, put me on tilt. I couldn't believe it. He's like, "What do you use on your hair?" I'm like, "It's all
What do you mean?
natural."
It's,
He's like,
it's all natural.
he goes, "Nah, really, what do you use?" I said, "Dude, it's natural."
Just wait until I grow up my beard.
Yeah.
Then,
And then he said, he asked me how old I was. I said, "I'm 57."
man, why do you gotta keep nagging me
Yeah.
like this?
He's like,
First you insult my hair, then you ask my age.
Yeah, how old are you? I said, "I'm 57." He goes, "No, really, what do you use in your hair?" I'm
Oh
like,
my
"Dude,
God.
it's all natural." And about 2 minutes went by. He said, because my beard was a little, scruffy. He said, "Well, whatever you're using on your hair, you need to use on your beard too." But it is all natural, Derek. It is all natural. Oh my, look at this. Are you kidding me?
Oh my God. That's what happened with my hand. I had quad kings.
Oh, he got this straight. Oh no, there's no jack. Oh, I thought he got this straight there with there's no jack. There's so many picture cards. I thought there was a jack up there.
What a hand there.
Did he show?
No. He's,
See,
he doesn't care to show. He doesn't want to slow down the action. He has somewhere to be by 10:30. He says.
95% of the people would have showed. Would you have showed the king?
No.
I believe it. I believe you. I believe you.
I'm playing to win. I don't want to give them any reason to not feel tilted.
Here's the bigger question. What I've showed?
I think so, right?
Yep, you're right.
Yeah.
I've showed.
If I have to show down to, after he goes all in, then
I'm
yeah,
going to show. I'm
absolutely.
going to show the queen. I mean, the king first, and then the guy had it all. So many pictures. Uh-oh, Oxtail's all in, and he'll take it down. He meant that. That's what I think a lot of that. You come across like, yeah, I'm all in. It says something.
Definitely element to live poker that we don't have. Like
Yeah.
you play online is you can be like more aggressive. Like when someone they take their stack and they're like, I'm all in. They
yeah.
slam it on the
Yeah.
table. It's not something you get if you play online.
I like on a rare occasion when I'm down to like 50 and they're all red chips, and I'm down to 50, and I go, I bet it all.
And you just sprinkle it across. Classic rounders moment.
I love that. I bet it all.
Interesting from Marissa here, not to raise the ace queen,
Oh,
trying to keep the pot small.
I think she got bad intention. Did I hear all in? I didn't hear that. Now at 9-6. Thought he said all in. Maybe he said I call. See, Lego's arrived on the scene here. He and I will be getting together shortly here in Houston
It was a test.
to catch a baseball game. You want to go?
In Houston?
Yeah.
I don't need to go to Houston.
It's not Houston, of course.
Maybe if it's in Dallas.
Yeah. Well, we're going to go see his team and my team.
Oh, fair enough.
Yeah.
Red Sox at the Astros.
Yes. I have been. I've been to Houston to catch a game. Only once before. It was obviously to see the Red Sox. I got a little spoiled in Baltimore. The Red Sox would come in like 3 times a year, and of course I worked right next to the Camden Yards. I'd walk from work to go see a game.
Oh, okay.
Oxtail all in again with the 8-4. The year I graduated high school. 8-4.
In August, we are opening a brand new 1-2 table on table 11. That's going to be the following players: CC, Isaac, Jason W.
Did Marissa want to count there with the 5 deuce?
Christopher F. William Y. and HA. First bind is at the cage. Table 11. The following players: 1-2 all.
Petey's going to make the call. And he is way better than what he thought. He's
Yeah, but there's live cards. He'd rather dominate his hand right now. I mean,
Yeah, but he was expecting, for Oxtail to have at least one over.
We'll see.
It's a fair fight, though. You can hit any 8 or 4. Obviously, Vid needs the advantage here with the 2 overs. So need to find an 8 or 4.
Queen's still good.
Looks like a 4. Kind of close to the 4, but it will be a 5 on the river. Nice hand there from
All
Viddy.
around a 4 to 3
Yeah.
to 5 to 3, 3, 6, 5. All around a 4. Anyway, Viddy's going to take it down. That is it for Oxtail.
Played great. Got very lucky, obviously, against Marissa earlier.
Yeah.
We're down to 3-handed. Oxtail taking home a nice payday of $5,705 US. How much of that is in Canadian dollars, I don't know. Someone else in the chat help me with that conversion. But each player now guaranteed $7,280 USD. And it looks like we have a question here from Two Nuts. Where is Texas Card House? I used to live right before Arapahoe Road and Beltline in Garland. So Texas Card House Dallas is located off of Harry Hines Boulevard in the Sam Moon Center, right off of I-35 and 635. And then actually our second location in the area is about 15 minutes away in Las Colinas. In terms of roads, I'm not too sure, but it's very centrally located in Las Colinas, I believe. It's kind of a smaller district in Irving, Texas.
It's right off of MacArthur Boulevard there.
Yes, yes.
And little shopping center we're on. Can you Google the new location?
Yes, yes. So if you have Google Maps, or if you just want to Google it on the internet, you can just type TCH Social. That should, give you a good idea of where our location is for that location. And then TCH Dallas, you can Google that as well. Get the information for that. And also you can just go to texascardhouse.com for all information regarding all of our card rooms across the state.
I know when the room first opened up, I don't think you could get it. So I knew the Hudson House was right in there in that shopping center.
Very nice of RS Actuary there to let us know what the Canadian payout is for our boy Oxtail.
Well, there it is.
For our Canadian viewers. Not a bad payday, I would assume, right?
Looking good. Either way, it's doing. There's Julian MacArthur. Well, that's how I get to work. And if you're, I can be found in Las Colinas 5 days a week, and you're here, right, at Dallas 5 days a week.
3.5.
3.5.
Yeah,
Okay.
I floor Wednesday through Friday now, and then, well, I guess kind of 4 because I'll be here Tuesday nights commentating the cash game, and then as many Saturday nights as I can, if I'm not busy, with another activity or playing.
No, truth be told, I'm probably over there Las Colinas 3.5 days too, because sometimes I leave early, but no, it's a lot of fun.
Our room in Dallas, kind of just a more basic card room here. Has BYOB, free complimentary beer actually for all of our guests in the room. Our location in Las Colinas actually has a full bar and full restaurant. So obviously a little bit of everything for both players. I know some of our players in our Dallas location like the option of bringing their own food and the complimentary beer. Some of our players in Las Colinas like the location a little better. There's more restaurants nearby if they want to go out of the room and eat, and there's obviously the restaurant in the room to have that conveniently just right there in there. That is the reason, actually, why. So I could play more on Saturdays, and then so I could commentate again more. But, I'm still going to be able to get my hours in for work. I think Lauren actually will be headed back to work very, very soon. So, it kind of works, actually, where I'll be playing probably Monday and Tuesdays, working Wednesday through Friday, and then I'll be able to have the weekends off with her. So that's something that LadFan1988 says you had me at free beer.
Yeah.
Complimentary beer here in Dallas, Texas, every single day starting at noon to 2 a.m.
Yeah,
and they have good beer on tap. They have Michelob Ultra and Dos Equis a lot of the time, or Modelo.
You're at the table, you're playing, you get your complimentary beer. The girls are bringing it to you. You don't forget to tip the girls, though.
Absolutely.
Take care of the ladies taking care of you.
$1 goes a long way, for sure.
Lego, just to let you know, not only is it back-to-back final tables, he won last
He
week.
won last week, yes.
He won last
yes.
week. He's looking to go back-to-back wins. Has that ever been done yet?
Yes, Ryan McGrew. Our
Really?
dealer, yeah, he won.
Really?
He
Back
won
to
two.
back?
He won 2 Saturday tournaments back to back.
Well, there you go. You know, I should know that. Ryan, if you're listening, or if anybody's listening, don't tell him I said that. I didn't know that because I should know that. All right, here we go. Marissa going to raise it up here. She did out flop Viddy with the 8. He's going to make the call here.
Needs to find a 6 or 7, and the 9 will actually give Marissa 2 pair, and that's actually a pretty decent river card for her, but she will just check back, it looks like. Happy to take the pot down, not wanting to bloat the pot unnecessarily.
And there she goes. Marissa will take it down, wearing her, Raiders? That can't be the Los Angeles Raiders, but they're the Vegas Raiders now.
Las Vegas Raiders.
Oakland
yes,
Raiders. It must be the high school. Looks like a high school thing. I want to take this time here. I was out there playing, like I said. You know who dealt to me my last hand before I came in?
Who?
Tyler. Tyler is not in the booth. We got John over here helping out Cooper. John, yeah. John over there taking care of business. I can see him right now. He's looking all serious over there. John.
Yeah, we got John and Cooper back there tonight.
Yeah, John, he's been working at Cage. I talked to him a little bit. He wants to come down and deal some cards.
For sure. That's kind of an aspiration of a lot of our Cage members.
I saw him. His mechanics are right on time. Might be better than mine.
Oh, but you are the best left-handed dealer in the room.
I am the best left-handed dealer
in the booth.
In this booth right now.
In the booth
yes.
right now, yes.
I get a little love here. Thank you.
Very kind words. And let's show some love to the production staff in the back there. Y'all never really get to hear their voices or really ever see them, but John doing the action tracking tonight, and of course Cooper making sure everything runs smoothly on the audio and visual side of things. So
Cooper always taking care of business.
Absolutely. So let's give some love to the boys in the back in the chat for Cooper and John. Of course, this would not be possible without our turn director, Donovan, staying up here late every night for our late night tournaments.
And, I got to say, I finally did get a chance to look at all the events coming up. And, dude, they're on time. I got to say, I like the variety, and I'm interested to see in some events how many people come in and, whoever put it together. I don't know who put it together. I'm sure it was probably a handful of guys. But
it had to have been a team effort.
They put a lot of effort into it, and hats off. And
very looking forward to it for sure.
Yeah, no doubt about it. If you play tournament poker, you got
to be here.
I'm telling you.
Yep. So August 15th through September 5th, we're gonna have about 21 events, over $3 million in guarantees. 2 events with $1 million or more in guaranteed prize pool. If you want all the information, you can go to texascardhouse.com. Make sure you click on the Poker Atlas Tour banner, which will be right up at the top because it's kind of our big event for this summer.
Yeah.
And all the information regarding structure, buy-ins, start times, what have you, blind levels, starting stacks, all the information you'll need as a tournament player will be online for each event. So just make sure you go to texascardhouse.com if you are interested. And I did actually take a look on the website. For those of y'all coming maybe out of city, out of state, maybe out of country for this event, there are some discounted hotel rates for our members. So make sure you take advantage of that.
Yeah, we have a hotel right here in Dallas, right next to the card room, walking distance, and even over Las Colinas, there's a couple of, I don't know if they're like walking distance.
I don't know about that, but it's very close.
You can ride a bike, It's biking distance.
But all that information, regarding accommodations, guarantees, prize pools, what have you, will be on our website again for anyone interested.
Very good question, Lego. I was looking at that last night. I said, oh, man. And I have off on Tuesday and Wednesday. So No, it's not going to interfere in our trip. You know, I was looking at that. But yeah, no, I'll be good. Our game is on Tuesday. I know he's driving down, I think, Monday. So I'm going to have to drive down, you know. By the way, I'm in Houston's championship club. Championship club.
Wow, look at this here. Trevor here just making a play at the pot here with the forward deuce. Vidi eyeballing him, not really believing him. I mean, if he's gonna make a play, he's got to re-raise, right? He can't just call. And I think that's what he's considering right now. He's like, well, I really don't think you have anything here.
He
does make the call, playing the little game of chicken here. Kind of an interesting size bet here on the turn. Raises to 250 on the flop and only bets 375. But I don't think Vidi can call again here. I mean, this would just be an absolute soul read, right? If he just... Wow, what?
I'm telling you, this kid's unbelievable.
Okay, let's see. I mean...
This kid's unbelievable.
Oh, my God, Trevor Rivers, a 4.
Oh, this is...
I mean, he's got a shove now, right? Trevor checked. Wow,
I love this. I love
Trevor.
this. I love this play. I love this. Trevor,
Oh,
I knew it.
What a play! Oh my gosh!
I'm telling you.
Wow, and that was some street poker right there.
I'm telling you, we're playing poker right now. That's
my
crazy.
God!
I tell you what, that's unbelievable. You know, hats off for Trevor for making the play. For playing the way he did.
But, I mean, Vidi just
outplayed
him, right?
There's just certain players. There's just certain players you can't do that.
And that's Vidi.
You cannot do that. This kid is unreal.
Wow.
You know what? He's right up there with La. They're scaring me. They're scaring me. I'm telling you.
What a play there by Vidi.
Wow.
I thought the hand was done on the flop.
I'm thinking, can he do this? And he did it. Can he do this? I'm like, wow. Hats off to both those guys right there. That was a great hand. Great hand.
That was some serious street poker right there, and I can't wait for those two players to watch it back later on. They're like, wait, I wonder what they had. I was like, what?
Like, dude, that's just, just to watch that hand made it worth it. I love coming in here and doing this anyway. But right there, that was just amazing to watch that.
But that was a big shift in power there, as Vidi is now our chip leader. Trevor down to 16 big blinds, but still plenty of chips here. Andre's in the chat here with a great question. What is the max buy-in for the 1-2 tables here in our card room? For our TCH Dallas location, you can buy from 60 to 500 maximum. At the TCH social location, it's 60 to 300. So a little bit different between our two locations. I think we wanted to have some variety for all of our customers because, I mean, at the end of the day, when we have Las Colinas completely full and we get 15 cash games here in Dallas, we have about 42 tables between the two rooms. So definitely want to have as much variety as possible for all of our patrons here in the Dallas-Fort Worth area.
And it's just 5 miles difference between the rooms.
Yeah, so if you're feeling one thing isn't right for you, you just head down over to the other room. And to keep in mind, for all of our members, the memberships do carry over for all of our locations across the state of Texas, and as well as the time.
Yeah,
so whatever
hours,
time you buy on your card, it carries over. So you don't have to worry about buying time for each individual location, and as well as memberships. You pay a monthly membership for at one location, it carries over for all the others, and so on and so forth.
He didn't tell it. They aren't talking about that.
Subtracting mine and hers.
Way to go.
Then I can see yours, actually. Yours is easier.
No, they're not talking about the hand, are they?
I don't think so.
Yeah, Vidi, he wouldn't do that. Now, he'll tell him after.
Yeah.
Only because he's going to see it.
Seth here, no match to stack. That's match to stack would be for our 2-5 no limit game in Dallas, and actually the 2-5 game in Las Colinas is different as well. That one's I believe 1500 max.
1500 max, no match to stack now.
It doesn't look like there's going to be anything interesting here on this hand. As Trevor goes for another raise here. Yeah, it's just going to be a chop pot as I expected.
Yeah.
But I was actually going to ask you a question. You know, being at Dallas for almost 2 years before going over to Las Colinas, you got so used to the big, deep stack 2-5 here, matches stack, people with $3, $4, sometimes $10,000 at a 2-5 game. Have you noticed any differences between the 2-5 game at Las Colinas and the 2-5 game here at Dallas?
In the beginning, yes, but they've made it. They've adapted and adjusted. If you had a lot more players who played the 1-2 here, but wanted to play the 2-5, but just
it was just too deep. Yeah.
It was just too much money, and now that they're coming over, they're playing, and you know, everybody's just meshing, and it's turning out to be pretty good.
It's making for a pretty decent 2-5 game, you'd say.
And we have a big game going, a 5-10.
For the players that do want to play an uncapped buy-in.
Yeah. And I dealt that game today. They even had I think they had a must-move table for that. I know they had a big list that they had the whole table going and a list. So.
Well, and also, I mean, Dallas isn't really known for having PLO games, but man, when I was in there playing over today, I like to play PLO. We had about 10 different variants of PLO going on in the room. We had 3 2-2 PLO games, 5 2-5 PLO games, 2 $10 bomb pot tables, which, you know, they played double board bomb pot every single hand with PLO. You know, 10 different games you pick from for PLO, and that's awesome.
Yeah, PLO is exploding here in Dallas. We even have on Thursday, and I love this game. I love to sit down and deal with 10-20.
Is it the 1-3-6 game or the 10-20 08 game?
Yeah, limit game.
Yeah, that's kind of Julian actually started that.
Yeah, I love that game. The people who played it's every Thursday. I go in and it's the same players, and they're so nice. The people are so nice, and it's just relaxing for me to sit down and
with some 10-20 08.
Yeah, and they have a
half kill.
Kill. It's a great game, and I'd love to play it, but you know, I'm always working, and so when I go in there, they're playing. But I do love that game. And like I say, PLO is exploding here in Dallas. And if you play PLO, you got to come down, man, because it's a lot of fun. I know it's exploding over at Las Colinas. I know they still play here, right, in Dallas.
Yeah, there will be days. I mean, we'll consistently get at least some kind of PLO variant every single day, whether it's 2 hands of PLO with the 1-2 no limit or 1-2 round of each, or just the 1-2 PLO by itself. I mean, yeah, it's always at least one of the 2 variants, or one of the 3 variants.
Well, here you go. You got Poker Monkey, who could be found, you know, at any time here. And when we just had the Dallas room, and he's playing 1-2, and he started playing a little bit 2-5. He liked the 2-5, but even then, it was too deep for him. You know, he'd play a little bit, and you know, it was a little intimidating. You know, and for me, it's intimidating. The 2-5 over in Las Colinas, I'll sit down and play. It's, you know, not matched to stack, and now he's over there playing the 2-5, the 2-2 PLO, which is a great game, you know. So it's something for everybody, and even if you want to dabble or try something new, you know, it's whoever put it together. I guess Mike, Victor, Nick, you know, these guys, they really know what they're doing here. And hats off to management.
1.5. You are fearless. We all know this. We all know this.
Final 3 here. We have what do you got? Looks like 528. Watching hand number 89, coming up on 90 hands. 40, 80, 80 are the blinds. Marissa, Vidi, and Traverse battling it out. And if you just tuned in, you missed one hell of a hand between these 2 gentlemen right here. And they were playing some serious poker, and Vidi got the better of it. And if you have some time, backtrack. You might want to watch that hand. It was pretty brutal. Brent wants to know if his time, Derek, he wants to know if his time in Dallas will work in Austin.
It should.
Yeah,
it should. Yeah. If you have any issues, all you have to do is get the hostess or whoever, or maybe even the floor in Austin, call our Dallas or Las Colinas location, and they can verify that information. Because currently, all the information is just on the cloud together. So
yes, and the same thing with Houston. If you're playing in Houston, all the TCHs, all through the state, should be connected and all one system, right?
Last I heard,
Yeah.
all the information should be connected. So
80, jeez.
I tell you, the people we got working here is they're top notch, without a doubt.
What? You ain't even gonna let me see? Oh,
You can look.
David.
What do you do?
You're absolutely right there, Poker Monkey. You know, I know.
Good pair too. And you guys let me walk.
Respect.
Poker Monkey comes in, you know.
Flip the picture over.
I know he's a big family man. He spends a lot of time with his family, but he likes to come in and play occasionally. And
He is such a good baby.
yeah, he's been playing a little 2-5 here in Dallas. He was starting to dabble in the 2-5 here, and then when Las Colinas came around, he went to the 2-2 PLO. But yeah, I know he's having a blast. Marissa going to make the call here with the 6-4. Interesting. It looks like Trevor there is going to
230? Oh no, that's too much.
raise it up, and
I'm back.
Marissa let him know I was just kidding. And she'll throw it away. So here we are, the final three, Saturday night here in Dallas. Hand number 92, Viddy.
Not anymore. We got like 1.7.
Big story tonight here, trying to go back-to-back wins, back-to-back Saturday final table wins. Marissa and Trevor stand in his way. No fear in this young man.
I don't have two anymore.
He just battled a nice hand a little while ago.
No, 2-1. And
Here we have a flop, all clubs. No help to either player. And with 3 here, if he can make the call, he'll take it down. But I got to tell you, these two players have got to, they've got to be mentally exhausted right now from that hand that they played.
yeah, like he's probably thinking like, oh, I mean, it could be good here, but it's like, oh,
Yeah,
just fold.
you know, yeah. I mean, that was such an amazing hand. I don't want to say crazy because I don't think crazy does it justice. That was a pretty amazing hand. And
Strong plays from both players.
Yeah, you know, showing the versatility of both these players, and poker. I mean, the poker savvy that they are. I guess I'm trying to find something to say because it was just an amazing hand.
Chop question mark in the chat. Unlikely, I'd say. As long as Viddy's in the mix here, he typically doesn't chop.
And now he did. Trevor.
He did chop. No, I say that, but he did chop last week.
He did chop last week, but that was you know, a different
significantly more money.
I think. Yeah, there was. Yeah, I think here. I agree with you. I don't think he's a chop kind of guy, but I think if he has the chip lead and they want to do the ICM chop, I think he'll just do it just to have back-to-back titles. I mean, you know,
that's fair actually. Yeah, because he's more of a competitive guy in that nature.
I mean, that's you know, not too many people can say that. You know,
kind words here from Mike McDonald in the chat. Says you guys are doing good. Appreciate it, man. Thank you so much, Mike. If you're a new viewer to our live stream, welcome. My name is Derek. I'm a floor and commentator here for TCH. And Mitch here commentates as well as he deals at TCH Social. So you'll see him or I at both locations at any point during the week.
Yeah, can be found there in the daytime-ish, you know, early afternoon.
Yeah, and you'll see me here at Dallas 4 to midnight for my floor shifts. But we both enjoy doing the commentary here on the side we enjoy it a lot. We obviously don't do it for the pay.
Yeah.
We do it for the fun and for you guys.
Well, after watching these two guys here battle each other, it's a lot of fun.
So here going to lead out here
and,
with the 9-5 here.
I gotta tell you, and Marissa's a great player in her own right, without a doubt too. She's quite capable of battling like that too. Don't want to try to take anything away from the lady. She's doing an
Oh wow, look at that turn card there. Picks up spades and a straight draw, and this puts Trevor in a very, very tough spot here. Has an ace, but no kicker. But it's one of those spots where you're either way ahead or way behind, right? I mean, you think your ace is either good or they just have you outkicked here. So it's a very, very tough spot here. Trevor covered just barely by Marissa, so this would be for Trevor's tournament life. Let's see if we can find the call here. And I'll go ahead and turn up the audio a bit. Maybe we could hear a little bit of Trevor's thought process here.
1.595.
Too good earlier.
It's a very sketchy hand for him. I don't think he wants to leave yet. But he thinks that deuce is just so ugly right now. And he's trying to figure out what Marissa's sitting there holding. There it is.
He does make the call, and what a call there by Trevor.
Wow.
Marissa needs a spade or 6 to stay alive in this tournament. Or sorry.
No, she's got
Trevor needs to avoid a 6 or spade here.
Yes.
Any 6 or a spade.
She's calling for it. Is she standing up?
And this is a massive pot here. Whoever wins this pot will have an overwhelming chip lead.
I need a black one. Or 6. 6 red is good.
Calling for the red 6. Not even wanting the spade here. Just wants to stay alive in this
just
tournament.
Just enough to win,
Brittany there just making sure the pot's right. Doing her job.
I mean, there's only one red 6 left.
Like, okay, either way, I'm good. Either way, I'm good.
Got players and people in the chat.
And it's another ace.
Wow.
Wow. And Trevor will double up, more than double up to 3.7 million. Marissa down to crumbs. What a call there by Trevor.
Hats off to Marissa trying to make a play there.
I mean, she put him in a very, very tough spot there.
Yeah, she put the pressure on him and made him very uncomfortable, but he did make the right call. Thank you, Julian. I'll have to check that out when I get home. I want to take this opportunity. Emily, if you're listening, I have pizza, so you don't have to, because she always likes to make me something to eat when I'm on my way home. I have pizza left over because Derek didn't eat any, so I have pizza, so you don't have to. You can relax. I appreciate it. She takes care of me.
You guys are so gentlemen. You could just raise so we can get out of the way.
Check.
Table 1.
Check.
Okay, everybody flip
And I think that will be the tournament there for Marissa there. Trevor knocking her out there with the ace deuce again.
Deuce, wow.
And it will be a heads-up battle for the title here. Trevor against Vidi. GG's in the chat for Marissa, taking home a nice payday of, I believe, about $7,280. Each player now guaranteed $89.70, but of course they're looking for that top prize of $11,520. Good luck to these two players here. We got Trevor in the 4-seat, Vidi there in the 5-seat. It's almost like we're in Groundhog Day here, seeing Vidi again battling it heads up for the title.
It's been. I mean, it wasn't Marissa's first final table, right? She's been here before.
I'm not sure.
So David will be small on the phone.
I'm sure. I'm pretty sure I've seen it. It's been a while.
'Cause he was with
Like I say, she doesn't.
she will do 2 people.
I honestly don't recognize her, to be honest, so I don't know. Jason Walker in chess is playing in a day 2 of another tourney with Marissa tomorrow. I can already hear her bragging. Well, congratulations to her, and good luck to her in her day 2 tournament tomorrow.
Yes, definitely. Congratulations. Looks like they're going to take a little break here.
And while we're on a little bit of a short break here, don't go anywhere. We do have a short message here regarding our Poker Atlas tour.
He said 2 minutes.
Attention, Dallas poker players. Over $3 million in tournament guarantees for the Poker Atlas Tour at Texas Card House Dallas and Las Colinas. 21 events, August 15th through September 5th. This massive series kicks off with the Dallas Duel, a $1 million guaranteed no-limit hold'em tournament. And what bigger way to close the Poker Atlas Tour than with the $1.5 million guaranteed title event? For full details, go to texascardhouse.com now.
That's right. Our very first event of the series is a $500 buy-in, 30K starting stack, $1 million guaranteed event over 15 flights between our 2 locations in Dallas and Las Colinas, as you can see on the schedule there. So go ahead and plan accordingly if you are coming from out of state or maybe out of the city. Of course, we have some other events as well that you can go on texascardhouse.com to look at for the full list of events. But our main events that we're kind of advertising here, of course, is the very first event, the $1 million guaranteed Dallas Duel, and the $1.5 million guaranteed title event at the end of the series. So that's going to be it says a 2-day event, but technically a 3-day event if you make the final table. Of course, you look at those starting flights. $1,000 buy-in, 40K starting stack. Day 2 on Monday, September 4th at 2 p.m. And then the final table on Tuesday at 4 p.m. If anyone has any questions regarding these events or any other of our wonderful events in our tournament series, you can ask me or Mitch in the live stream chat, or you can go to texascardhouse.com for more information.
You want us to give them our personal home number? They can call us. It looks like Trevor's back, sitting around waiting on Vidi. I wonder if they talked. I bet you a black chip. They talked about that hand while they were on the break there. I'd say Trevor, he asked Vidi about it. All right, well, back to the action here. Heads up action, 463 if you're paying attention. We appreciate it. Hand number 96. Brittany in the box. Vidi trying to go back-to-back wins, not just back-to-back appearances. Back-to-back wins here at the final table.
And that last win was no small feat. I mean, almost, 1,600 entrants in that event. 1,615 entrants. Over 360,000 in the prize pool. 50,000 for first for a $300 buy-in. And he's back here tonight trying to go for another victory here on our Saturday night tournament. Is the mystery bounty tourney separate from the Poker Atlas stuff? I'm not too sure what you're asking, Mark. I mean, all of our tournaments in that tournament series is a part of the Poker Atlas series. So if you're talking about the mystery payday, I think that's a mystery bounty tournament.
Yeah. Julian said you go turn into the Cookie Monster. we go deep into this heads up. You might change your mind. I still have 3 slices left, and Derek knows he's more than welcome to a slice as long as I get 4 eggs out of that carton over there. All right, well, there you see the chip stack between these two gentlemen. if Vidi wants, even if he doesn't make it, to win this event here, and still first and second, that's pretty impressive.
Absolutely. I mean, it's a massive feat just to make the final table back-to-back here. And Vidi will flop top pair, great kicker here.
But unfortunately, Traverse got none of that, so he'll take it down. I'm not even going to answer. I'm not answering it. Because you know what happens if I do.
Oh, for sure.
I'm not going to. I'm just going to say it's pepperoni.
With some, slight addition to it.
Yes, it's pepperoni.
And some customization options.
I'm leaving it alone. We'll come back here next Saturday and still be talking about it. It's my favorite.
Trevor's turn this time to have the ace-10.
Pepperoni and pineapple. Uh-oh, here we go. This could get interesting. Is that an all-in?
Wow, we have our first all-in and a call scenario here. Vidi's at risk with the pair. Trevor all-in with the ace-10. And if I remember correctly, Vidi's first all-in that he won, he had pocket fives. He was able to hold. Can he hold again here? Needs to fade an ace or 10. Or jack now.
And he holds. He did the stand-up. I'm telling you.
Wow.
It works. It works. Yes, JD. Pineapple. Try it. Vidi doubling up.
And now we have a game here. Trevor now at 2.5 million. Vidi up to 2.7 million. Even in chips right now. Obviously could have talks of a chop, but I know we want to see this battled up to the end.
Well, I do now, and I think
Vidi's like, I've come this far, right?
At 2.7 for Vidi, 2.5, I think he'd make the chop. I think if Trevor asked, I think Vidi would do it because he's got the lead now. 3 million, he would make the chop. Because the difference in what's the difference? Can we get the payouts? What's the difference here in the payouts here for first and second? Okay, you take in consideration he won 50 grand last week, and an even chop with the title with the back-to-back titles. I think he'd make it. I think Vidi would do it.
He's getting raised here from Trevor with the pocket sevens. Vidi just with 9 to 5. Actually, we'll just let it go here.
He's going to go ahead.
Wow,
and
he does make the call here. Going to play in position against maybe what he perceives as like an ace high or king high hand, and maybe thinks he has some live cards. Let's find a pair.
Good.
Oh, that's not good.
That's not good for Vidi. All in, and there it is. Yeah, he didn't like the queen or the 10. I'm okay with some pepperoni, pineapple, and I'll throw a little bacon on there too. I'm good with it. You like onions on your pizza?
Not typically.
Yeah,
I like very minimal toppings on my pizza, to be honest.
All right.
Like, I'll never, like a very, very good cheese pizza, I'll always take over like just a mediocre 5-topping pizza.
Yeah.
You know, like one of those like artisan cheese pizzas you can get from like Italy or like elsewhere.
All right, well, Trevor's going to get the. You got the better of that flop. I tell you, and we talk about pizza, and but I do stop because I stop and get a pizza every Saturday. The place right down the street here. And if you're coming to Dallas pretty soon to play in this tournament, and you dig the pizza from back east, place right down the street. JR's a great place to get some pizza. It reminds me of back home. And the price is great. You'll love it. You'll thank me.
Yeah, I mean, that is what his name is, Robert. So he asked us very nicely that's how his name is pronounced, and we're going to, oblige.
Definitely.
I'd want to say I'd want my name to be said correctly, right? So.
Yeah, my name is Mitch. I want you to call me Mitch. Not anything else.
Trevor taking the chip lead here with 45 big blinds. Vidi.
Now there's
down to
no way.
28.
There's no way Vidi would chop now. There's no
He's
way
got nothing else to lose,
no,
right?
No, I'm not going to chop now. For what? For the money? No.
For the glory, for sure. Gotta play for it.
I tell you, Trevor has played a great game. Final table, he's gotten great cards. He's played them well. And, if it wasn't for the fact that Vidi won last week and is trying to do it again, very well, Trevor could be the top story here in the final table. I mean, both these guys, well,
kind of dominating the whole final table, to be honest.
yeah, they did. They both played very well and got great cards. And how fitting would it be that the one awesome hand that not the one, the big awesome hand that we saw was between these two. These are two very excellent poker players. I'm curious to see how it does that.
Still anyone's game here. Just one double up for Vidi. Gives him the chip lead, obviously.
And hats off going to Brittany, doing an excellent job in the box there, as always.
Vidi here with the 7 deuce. Does not want to hit a 7 here. Finds the deuce.
Yeah, how about that?
Pretty good flop here for Vidi.
Yeah. Anytime you have like a deuce and you hit the deuce, you want the board to be paired like with the 9s. That increases, the odds of your hand being good.
Right.
They're gonna finish. They're gonna chop.
But the other one does. 9 o'clock. Is that what time the last one opened? Started?
Now we play the weight game to see. I don't think either one of these players will make a mistake. I think, they'll both probably get it in
If there was a trophy, I would have chopped.
relatively good. And it could end in a suck out.
Yeah, that's typically what happens. I mean, at this stage of the tournament, even though they have a lot of chips in play, they're really just trying to get the tournament over with. And because if you just raise and take it every time, you're not really gaining any chips. You really want to try to get these big spots while you have the chip lead. So Trevor's going to be probably the aggressor. Vidi a little more passive. If for some reason Vidi does take the chip lead, he'll be the aggressor, and then Trevor with the more passive route. It typically is whoever has the chip lead in a heads-up scenario here will be the more aggressive player.
Well, Derek, on the rare occasion that I've made the final table and get down to heads up, at this point, for me, it was always more of a relaxing situation. When you go to the final table, you got 9 players, you're a little jittery. You're like, okay, who's got the chips? Where am I? Who's sitting to my right? Who's sitting to my left? Where's the button? You got everything to worry about. when it gets down to the final two, you're more relaxed because now everybody else is gone, and the worst you could do is finish second, which isn't too bad, you know.
Nothing to sneeze at, but you know, when you play this long, you're really just you've been hoping for that victory all day, right? So.
You're not gonna give up. I mean, but you know, and you know,
there is some level of comfort, right, that you made the final two.
When you get down, now you don't have to beat everybody. You've already done that. Now you just have to beat this guy, and you know, you can play. Well, you have to play differently, but you can play more loose. You know, you can even try out some new things that you were
some new strategies.
You were trying to thinking about yesterday. Well, maybe I'll try that now. Trevor's going to make the call with the dirty diaper, but Vidi says, I have an ace, so let me throw these chips out there. There, see the chip count, which at this point, really, it's, one big hand changes everything. Then you have to be a double up. One average side.
One raise and a call, and then 2 or 3 call, 1 or 2 bets.
Yeah.
Post flop and.
And these two guys, their position at the table is very helpful for Brittany. She doesn't have to go from one end of the table to the other. They're right there in front of her.
The dreaded seat 2 versus seats 8.
yeah. Or 1 and 9. That really, 1 and 9. Let's say, come on, man. 1 and 9. Can we move these guys? But this situation, these two gentlemen right in front of her, and she's got it on cruise control too, I'm sure, right now. Oh, Vinny with a pocket pair here. Uh-oh, see, this is what I'm talking about. Wow. Trevor's going to hit a pair he might think is good. Oh, Betty's betting out at it. Wow, look at this. We got a hand ruined. Vidi's not believing him. He's going to make the call. Wow.
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 What a turn card there for Trevor. Wow.
And Vidi can't see this coming. He can't put him on a 4.
And 8's here, even with the 10 out there, still very strong, right? It's a very tough spot.
Yeah, heads up, But Trevor, he may have came out a little too strong right here, I think.
And I think you're right, and I think that's what Vidi's taking into consideration right now.
Yeah.
It's like
he's like, does he really have a 4?
Yeah, he's thinking I'm probably supposed to call theoretically and mathematically, but how often is Trevor betting this large without a 10 or 4 or at least a 10, right?
Yeah.
And that's a great fold there from Vidi. Wow, and he lives to fight another day, waiting for a better spot. And now he's got some work to do. Down to $1 million in chips. Trevor with a 4.5 million. This would be quite the comeback if Vidi could find a way to come back from this.
Yeah, and that's the kind of player that he is. A lot of players might not be able to get away from that.
Yeah, I mean 8's on that board. board. You think it's still good, right?
Yeah, heads up. Yeah,
All right, let's let us know in the chat right now who you think is going to take down this tournament tonight. We have Trevor in the 4 seat and of course Vidi in the 5 seat. Let us know in the live stream chat who you think is going to take this tournament down tonight.
Well, Vidi's got a nice hand here. Trevor, not so much.
Probably one of the better hands you could have against one of the worst hands you could have.
Yeah.
But this is heads-up poker here, and you're going to play every suited hand. Oh, man.
Wow. And the 7 deuce gets there on the flop.
Wow, what a
But
turn
Vinny
card.
with the queen on the turn.
Queen ball, corner pocket on the turn.
Vinny, he doesn't know how much trouble he was in there. But he'll bet and get a call.
Safe river card, relatively. Obviously,
Yeah.
a lot of 2-pair and straight possibilities.
He's going to go all in.
Going for the jam here. The value shove with the top pair, top kicker.
And he might make the call. Driver might, because
he could call and just end
there
the tournament.
Is. Makes the call. And he will double up Vetty.
You have to flip them because we're all in.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Did you see Vinny's nice hand table time? He's like, oh yeah, he called with the 7. Very nice hand, nice hand.
Well, I think Vetty wanted to see. I think that's why Brittany.
Well, and Brittany knows the rules too. That's just standard tournament rules.
Yes. Yeah, but I think Vinny asked to see the hand.
First signing will be in our page.
I'm saying to your left.
Brian, for what's in the limit?
You play me on a 2-5 table, and you call me the king 7.
Pretty much even in chips now.
Did you see a message from Emily tonight?
I did not.
I don't think she's mad at me. I don't know.
I don't remember the last time I saw Lauren in the chat, so no, I'm just kidding.
Does she watch?
No, not really. No.
Does she follow poker? She play poker at all?
Not at all.
Emily's been wanting me to teach her how to deal.
Oh, okay.
So it's going to take some time. But she's picking it up pretty good. And now, Vinny in the lead.
Just barely. But a lead nonetheless. Oh, there's Emily.
There she is. Thank you, Emily. For a second there, I thought she was mad at me. Did you hear my message about not having to fix me anything to eat because I got some extra pizza?
How does she feel about pineapple on pizza?
She likes it.
Oh, okay.
She loves it, yeah. Because you know I've introduced her to it. You know that.
Wow, very strong
9,
turn
look
here.
at this.
Unfortunately, hoping he could get the money in, but
yeah.
Let me wrong. I'll make good use of it. Don't you worry about a damn thing.
No, she did. She occasionally does post a message, but it's always to say hi. I love it. She does take care of me. Thank you, Emily.
up to 100,000 big blind now. Anyone's game.
Hand number 116. Look at this. Hand number 116. 484 still paying attention. They want to see if Vidi can do it. They want to know. They don't want to hear about it, through chat or, go in the room tomorrow and say, hey, who won? They want to see it themselves. And I don't think he's going to do with the 4 deuce offsuit. Derek, can he do it? Can he go back-to-back wins?
I mean, it's definitely possible. I mean, he's got a 50% chance right now.
Well, he came in. He came to the final table. I think he was middle of the pack.
Definitely middle of the pack. Not too short, not too deep.
And he did fall. He did fall down. I think. Who was it? Who went out first? I think he was the only one.
I think Max went out first.
Yeah, he was when he went out. I think Vidi was the only one. He was the just above Max, but then he fought back, and here he is, trying to go back-to-back wins. You think he's interested in playing any the tournaments coming up here in August?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah,
without a doubt.
Well, he doesn't play horse, does he? Because if he's playing, I don't have to worry. I don't have to worry about him in the seniors event. Not yet. But
I mean,
does he play horse?
You don't have to worry about Vidi, but you got Daryl, you got Charles, you got Vandy, you got Tejas probably. I mean,
and I love playing against them guys, but I don't want anything to do with with Vidi or La. Those two, they scare me. I'll sit down and play with Cody and Mr. Delivery. I love watching those guys play. I love dealing that table. There's always a lot of good conversation, because they all know each other and they all talk.
It's the same player pool. So.
And, they all know, and it's a lot of fun just to sit there and just listen to the conversation and deal. Because it's the same guys all the time.
Probably a player pool of like 30 to 40 people that a consistent 30, 40, and occasionally you get like a random player that's maybe out of town or maybe a new member.
Yeah. And and they're all excellent players. You got Dong over there, and
200. Although 88. How much is it more?
15.
They play a different way than I play.
For sure.
But I wouldn't mind sitting down and playing with them. Kyle, he's a great player. I wouldn't mind playing. I've played with him. I think once actually, briefly. He was waiting for a bigger table to open up. And sat down at our table. I don't know, though. I think JD might make me sit up straight and pay attention a little bit more,
Yeah, he's quite the player as well, for sure. Looks like Vidi will take a slight chip lead there after that pot.
Well, yeah, I mean, and I noticed that since I've been in Texas. I mean, back in Baltimore, and we had two places. We had actually we had three places. You had the Horseshoe, MGM, and then you had Live Philly, Maryland Live, and there was a handful of great players. Here you have, and Live Casino had 52 tables. The Horseshoe, I think, had 20. I think the level of play is much better here in Texas, and I think it's because the word's getting around about the Texas Card House here in Texas and Dallas and Houston, and even people back home, they hear a lot of things about TCH here, and they call me or they text me and they want to know, hey, what's going on, and hey, is things really as good as they say down there? So TCH is building quite the reputation, rightfully so.
Yeah, I mean, we definitely got blessed with a very, very good location, right? And that's what they always say: location, location, location. Right? It's very key. Not many double city areas in the country where you have two giant cities right next to each other, right?
Yeah.
And that kind of builds for a very strong player base, right? There's a lot of wealthy individuals here in this area. Obviously, a lot of, I mean, not necessarily wealthy, but in just a strong middle class, right?
Yeah.
That like to have fun on the weekends, and a lot of our players just come out here and play on our weekend tournaments or cash games during the weekend. But we also have a strong player base that play during the week every single day. So
Yeah, we have here we have your regulars that play the tournament. You have the regulars that play this game, the 2-5 or that. Vinny here is one of the rarities. This guy can play it all.
Yeah, he is in that sense, which is actually, now that you bring that up, it's a good point, right? A lot of our tournament regulars, you don't really see them play cash games that often, right? Or if they do, it's for when they're waiting for a tournament, if they busted a tournament. It's not their primary focus. I think Vinny's probably more of a cash game player overall.
He is,
but he
yeah.
does love to play some tournaments.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, I stick by it. 75% of the tournaments that on Saturday, he makes the final table. This kid's scary good. He actually sat down at the big 5-10 game earlier in the week, and they said, hey, while I was dealing, he sat down. They're like, the guy's like, oh, we heard you took down the big tournament this Saturday. He said, yeah, Mitch was commentating. You guys didn't, And, he tried to deflect it off of him and push it off of me. He did a great job. You guys should check it out and listen to,
Oh, that's very nice of him.
Yeah, well, I think he was wanting to deflect it off, off of him.
Very humble.
Yeah, he didn't want to, sit there and talk about
himself,
how much he had won.
Right.
Of course, they want to know.
That's very respectable of him.
Yeah.
Who's the highest profile pro in this? I mean, all of our players are local players. I mean, I wouldn't say anyone's a high profile professional. That's kind of the great thing about our tournaments, right? It's like people that play in our card rooms get to go home and watch, like, oh, hey, I know that guy, or hey, I had lunch with him earlier this week.
Yeah. And with Vinny, not only is he a great poker player, he's a classy guy. He really is. Look at this. Look at this.
The flush does come in here for Trevor. Vitti trying to a jack or 4. Tough spot here. I mean, he has a very good hand, but he could just be dead. Oh, what? All in and a call here.
Wow.
Trevor with a massive lead right now. Has the flush. Vitti needs to hit a jack or 4. Oh, wow.
My God. No, he didn't. No way.
What a river card there for Vitti.
Oh, wow.
And just like that, we have a back-to-back champion again.
Not only is this kid good, he's lucky. Can you believe that?
What?
Unreal.
If there's any time to hit a lucky river card there is an all-in hand like that. What a river card there for Vitti. Again, let's not discount Trevor's play throughout this whole final table. Great plays by him all throughout the night. Just got very unlucky there.
He got it in good.
He did get it in
We
very
should
good.
still be playing.
He got it in very, very good. The 10% came in for Vitti. And we have another back-to-back champion. Again, thank you to everyone for tuning in for the past 3 hours. We're shout out to our tournament crew, Felipe and Donovan running a great tournament today.
Excellent job.
And, of course, John and Cooper running the back house things. And Brittany for dealing for the past 3 hours with pretty much no breaks. So, and, of course, Mitch has been a great time commentating.
Derek, always Vitti. Unreal. Congratulations. I'm going to talk about that one hand forever. Awesome job. You guys played great.
What a river card there. All right, y'all have a great night, and see y'all next Tuesday for some high-stakes